You want me to turn the
All right, everybody, we are live. What is going on as we have the North Carolina Tar Heels and the South Carolina Gamecocks squaring off as North Carolina is getting set to kick off to South Carolina here in what is the game of the night, the Dukes Mayo kickoff, the best game today. We are excited for it. What do you have? Let's go ahead and get a score prediction from you, Anthony.
My score prediction. Oh, I didn't even think about this. What's the spread?
spread is 2.5.
North Carolina
minus.
-2.5.
Okay, I'll go ahead and go with North Carolina by field goal.
Okay. All right, so just kind of sticking with the spread in that one.
Ooh, I hate those helmets.
I hate those helmets for South Carolina. But as far as my score prediction goes, I'm going with North Carolina 41, South Carolina 34. As the first play from scrimmage for South Carolina is going to be a loss of 2 on the little swing pass. This North Carolina defense looking for a huge game from some guys as they've been the weakness of this team by far for the last few years now, especially under Mac Brown. So gonna be interesting to see what they can do here. What's the score prediction for you?
Score prediction for me is North Carolina 45, South Carolina 37.
As again, South Carolina going backwards here on the little out route / swing pass, and they lose another yard. 3rd and 12 here, a big play in this ball game early on.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'll be back later.
All right, sounds good. See you.
All right, bye.
All right, so hopefully Anthony will be back for halftime as Rattler dropping back to throw on the 3rd and 12. He's going to be –
he gets away. Rattler gets the ball off, and it's going to be incomplete.
Down the field, incomplete, though. Looking for Juice Wells, who will play in this game, but was injured, came in, questionable. He will play. Looking for him. They can't get it to him. Just 3 men for North Carolina coming. They about got to him. And
a good job by Rattler there to be able to escape. Definitely what you're looking for.
Definitely squeeze that one into Wells. The pass, not the best pass you want to make, but no harm as it falls to the turf. And the punt here
terrible.
from South Carolina. What was the cameraman doing on that one?
I know, terrible.
Fair catch at the 30 for North Carolina, and that is where they will start on their first possession of this ball game as we get a nice look at Drake May. May, a guy who's looking to potentially be a Heisman finalist this year. Finished top 10 last year. I don't remember exactly where he finished, but he led the FBS in total yards with 5,019, was 3rd in the FBS with touchdowns responsible for at 45. He was the ACC Player of the Year, redshirt sophomore going into his 2nd year of starting as he follows the great Sam Howell. First play, he's going to roll out, dump it off to his running back underneath for a nice 8-yard gain to start. So a good start for North Carolina offensively here as they get a nice gain to start.
So definitely, South Carolina. Guy decided to go down for the count right near the North Carolina sideline as the South Carolina athletic trainers come out to deal with Nick Imawariye. I think that's how you say it, Nick Imawariye. Definitely got landed on his shoulder. And
he was a little slow getting up and then decided, you know what, screw it. I'm not walking back over there. They're coming to look at me.
Yeah.
And, went down there. As he jogs off now, I think he was just a little shook up there. On that one, probably hurt the shoulder or something. As
he'll be okay.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay, and he'll return in this one for sure. You would imagine. So 2nd and 2 here for North Carolina at their own 38-yard line.
Drake May in shotgun with his running back behind him and hands the ball off. Going to get a couple of missed tackles and get about 5 yards on the play. First down and 10 at the 43-yard line for the Tar Heels.
Oh, yeah. Nice job to break some tackles there from British Brooks. He was supposed to be the guy last year for him, coming in to fill the loss of what were them two running backs? I'm blanking on their names now.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, and then there was the other one. I think he plays for the Jets.
Michael
now.
Carter.
Michael Carter, that's right.
Because there's the Michael Carter Duke version and the Michael Carter North Carolina version.
Yeah, had a huge season. Both of those guys did back in 2020, was it?
2020.
2021.
Yeah.
2021, yeah. Then in 2022, you have British Brooks supposed to be the guy, but gets injured, missed the whole season.
He made
having a big game here.
Got all the way to the 33-yard line there on that run.
Made 3 or 4 guys miss so far in this game as he is looking good so far. Looking like what he was supposed to be.
North Carolina being very efficient with this drive. As we are only 3 minutes into this ball game, North Carolina is looking good.
Now whistles blow.
Don't know what it's for. Vanderbilt.
Quiet, we're here.
Potential targeting. Vanderbilt's baseball team is beating Alabama A&M 3-5 in the second quarter.
Yeah,
talk about a funky score.
I don't even know.
Vanderbilt is not looking particularly good. They're not.
No.
Ooh, that may be
gone.
Targeting. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. That's targeting. Lowered the helmet and hit him right in the side of the head.
Yeah. I didn't even catch that when they did it, but
I didn't either. Watching it live, it didn't really look like anything, but yeah, he's definitely gone for South Carolina. That is number 3, O'Donnell Fortune, one of their cornerbacks, which is definitely going to hurt for sure if this gets called a targeting, because South Carolina is a team who is missing both of their starting cornerbacks from last season. They went on to the NFL, and Darius Rush and Cam Smith. That's going to be big losses for them to replace, and for them to start out 3 minutes into the game losing their best guy, or one of their best guys starting at cornerback for them, and they're going to miss him for the rest of the game against a North Carolina defense that will light you up. That is not going to be good for them at all as we go with that.
Yeah, definitely a big game that has a lot of implications for this season, but also a game that both teams come into it with a lot of question marks as well. So it is kind of interesting to see what will happen with the remaining of this game. But we'll go for a quick commercial break. But make sure you guys hit the subscribe button and like button down below if you've not already.
Well, they replayed it and they determined it was not targeting. To me, it looked like he led with his helmet and hit British Brooks right in the side of the head.
Yeah.
That looked like what they consider textbook targeting, but you know how these NCAA rules are. They're never consistent. As a nice juke move there on the reverse, looked like he was going to lose 3, ends up getting about a 7-yard gain. And that'll make it about a 2nd and 3 as nice running there. And that'll set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now they got a man wide open over the middle down to the 10. And that is number 81 for North Carolina as he gets them all the way down, like I said, to the 10. A great play there. And now they're going to run it up the gut right here, get down to about the 6.
Yeah. Anthony may talk about this when he comes back on, but we generally go over uniforms. Excuse me. Whoever has the best uniforms. I don't even think it's much of a competition in this game.
No, North Carolina by a mile.
Yeah.
Carolina's they're already not good uniforms, and then you add in this terrible helmet they trying out. That just makes them even worse. It
looks like a Colgate uniform, to be honest.
Yeah, it does. It really looks like Colgate. I don't like that look for Carolina as another run ahead on 2nd and goal will get them to about the 1.5-yard line. So 3rd and goal for North Carolina, 1.5 yards out, looking to score on their first drive of the season and go up on the South Carolina Gamecocks.
3rd and goal at the 1.5-yard line here as South Carolina brings in some subs after North Carolina got their subs in. 5 minutes into this game, 9:55 left on the clock, and South Carolina will call a timeout. Interesting move there by Shane Beamer, but that will be our first timeout of the game.
They must not have been ready or wanted to get another look at it. Not really sure what they were wanting to do in terms of that one with calling the timeout there. This is a spot. This is a spot in the game where they can take the lead on you, but I don't. It doesn't really seem like a huge spot, one that you want to use one of your timeouts. We'll see if this comes back to hurt South Carolina later in the game or not.
So, like we said, 3rd and goal once again, 9:54 on the clock. South Carolina is bringing in their nose tackle. North Carolina brings in their heavy formation, goes right up to the ball. Got a bad start there, but they will get in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina, though it looks like there may have been either a false start penalty, possibly an encroachment penalty, but I think false start.
South Carolina, 12 men on the field. You call the timeout. You put 12 men on the field. That's just terrible management there. Shane Beamer doesn't look happy, but Omarion Hampton, the 6-foot, 220-pound running back from North Carolina with the rushing touchdown. As they didn't even have 12. They had 13 men and still couldn't stop North Carolina. As the play, they didn't catch it before the play. The play was ran out. North Carolina still scored while South Carolina had 13 players on the field. The extra point is up and good. And the Tar Heels with a nice start to the season, up 7-0 on the South Carolina Gamecocks here early in quarter one with 9:50 still to play. That was a very interesting play. You do the little pitch, you get the nice little push as it started off kind of bad. It looked like from that angle, he might have actually been down about a half a yard short.
Maybe. Let's see here.
I think he was down by about a half a yard short. Doesn't matter. They've already kicked the extra point. South Carolina had 13 men on the field anyway, so they're going to move to about that spot and get it 3rd and goal again. So not even a big decision there for Mac Brown anyways.
Texas A&M struggle busting against New Mexico 14-7 midway through the second quarter because, of course, to all those people that joined the bandwagon for some reason this year with with Texas A&M. I tell you that you probably should seek out some counseling in your life because, well, they are probably going to hurt your mental ability once again. So, like we said, 7-0, North Carolina on top, 9:50 left in the first quarter, as this North Carolina team looked explosive, looked good, looked efficient, and Drake May looked exactly the way that we wanted him to as a first-round pick and potentially the number 1 overall pick next year, though probably Caleb Williams will get that honor. So, if we look back at South Carolina's season last year, Spencer Rattler really did struggle in that first half of the season with losses against Missouri and against Florida and even a close game to Vanderbilt. Some tough games throughout that early part of the season. But later on, they had 2 back-to-back top 5 wins against Clemson and against Tennessee. Both were very impressive wins, and then finally capping the season off with a loss to Notre Dame in the Gator Bowl. Handoff here to number 5, the running back.
That's the carry and Joyner. He gets about 2.5 yards on that one. Not much running room there for Joyner, who I don't know if you remember, but 2 years ago when they played North Carolina in the Dukes Mayo Bowl, Joyner was actually their quarterback. He's played 11 career snaps at running back entering the season. They lose Jaheim Bell, the transfer to Florida State. Yeah. Joyner has to beef up. He played a lot of receiver for them last year and the year prior. Played some quarterback, had some wildcat. He had to beef up. He's now at 6'1", 229 pounds for them at running back. So that's going to be something to watch too, because I'm not a big fan of that necessarily, as it looks like number 75, Kason Henry, down on the O-line for South Carolina. That is not looking good so far injury-wise, as Carolina has already lost a safety go down. He's been on the bike for a little bit, and now they have –
No, that was their linebacker.
Oh, was he a linebacker?
Nick Amerier. And he was their leading tackler last year with 86 tackles. So.
Yeah, now they got a linebacker. I mean, offensive lineman going down to match it. So
and that was their third string guard. That was not even in their 2 deep at the beginning of the year. They've had injuries that have really hurt their team all throughout. Particularly.
So we're going to take a quick little timeout here while they deal with his injury, and we'll be right back. All right, so we are back. We got a nice game going here between the North Carolina Tar Heels and the South Carolina Gamecocks, as North Carolina is up 7-0 here early on. South Carolina with the football. I believe they have it second down and 10, I believe. Nah, second and 7, something like that. Yeah.
So you have the ball here at the 28-yard line for South Carolina. It is a 2nd and 8 scenario. Texas State is beating Baylor 21-6 with 9:11 left in the second. But you got a big tackle for loss here. North Carolina going to take a 2-yard tackle for loss and make it 3rd and 9 and 3rd and long for the for the Gamecocks, as they just have struggled to be able to get the offensive line to be able to push bodies and stuff like that. And you just had a free rusher across the edge. Can't do that. You got to be able to block. You got to be able to have better protection than that. Spencer Rattler with Joyner next to him, drop back pass. Rattler gets the ball out in time, makes a good steady pass. That is to D'Angelo, or no, I'm sorry. What number was that? I didn't see what number that was. A great job from Rattler to stay in there and take the hit. 1st and 10 for the Gamecocks as Rattler drops back, has a deep ball and a man open. And once again, that is a caught pass from D'Angelo Gibbs? Or Xavier Leggett. That's it. That's who it is. Xavier Leggett. I'm sorry. I was looking at the defensive back and not the wide receiver. Xavier Leggett, one of South Carolina's best wide receivers. Not the best, but definitely one of the best. Rattler kept it himself on a read play. Gets down to the 19-yard line, 2nd and 8 for the Gamecocks with about 7:50 left on the clock.
Yeah, that's really the first big play, that big pass that this North Carolina defense has given up. For the most part, they've been right there on them, on this Carolina offense. They've been getting pressure. They've been playing solid defense in the back half. The secondary especially hasn't really been anybody running open.
Spencer Rattler chucks the ball off to Joyner for about a 2-yard gain, making it a long 3rd down once again. About 3rd and 7 here for the Gamecocks.
Oh, yeah, nice open field tackle right there by Cedric Gray, number 33, the linebacker, senior linebacker from Charlotte, North Carolina. He led the team in total tackles last season with 145, was 3rd in the FBS, 82 solo. That was 2nd in the FBS as well. So was one of the few bright spots last year on this team.
Rattler once again getting the ball over the middle, 1st and 10, getting the ball to Trey Knox, the tight end, the graduate out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Played his high school ball at Blackman, and now South Carolina has a good drive going. 7 plays, 71 yards, and a little over 3 minutes. Rattler looking efficient. This is exactly what you're looking for or hoping for if you're a South Carolina fan. With Rattler in shotgun, Joyner hands the ball off to him, and Joyner goes in the end zone untouched until he has already crossed the plane. Touchdown, South Carolina. With a good carry from De'Arion Joyner.
Yeah, Cedric Gray met him there, but he met him right at the goal line. And Joyner at 229, he's just got too much momentum going. You're not going to stop him from getting in. And so South Carolina looks to even this game up with the extra point right here. We'll see if they are able to do that. But 8 plays, 75 yards, nice drive for the Gamecocks. And the extra point's up and good. So we are tied at 7. Rattler looked pretty good on that drive. The North Carolina defense still didn't look terrible on that drive. They just, they weren't getting the same push they were up front towards the last 2 plays of the drive like they were at the beginning. Once South Carolina got that big 3rd down conversion, that's when they really stepped it up and just started putting the pressure on North Carolina. So we'll see how North Carolina's offense responds here, but 2 good drives so far for both of these offenses.
And we will take a quick commercial break and be back for more coverage of the South Carolina-North Carolina matchup in a minute.
All right, well, we are back from break. We welcome all of you in who are watching. We appreciate all the support. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, whether you're watching on American Football Network, The Football Expert, or College Football Roundup. And make sure you guys go check out the other channels as well.
Make sure you definitely subscribe to College Football Roundup. We will have exclusive content, including our podcast, which will be out either tomorrow afternoon or Monday midday. So make sure you hit that subscribe button over there on Roundup, where we're going to have exclusive content for all of you guys. Make sure you share this stream as well. As North Carolina and South Carolina, it's a good game so far. And definitely has had some high points and some low points in it as well. We will have a halftime show presented by our friend at Sorgy Stories. Anthony will be presenting our halftime show. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Also, make sure that you join us for all our other live streams throughout this weekend. We will have a live stream to Florida State FSU tomorrow, or Florida State LSU tomorrow. I just said the Florida State twice.
Yeah.
Florida State LSU tomorrow, and then Duke and Clemson on Monday. I will be there for the first quarter, maybe two, and then we will have coverage of the remaining by Lincoln and Anthony. So make sure that you're here for all the streams throughout the rest of the weekend.
Oh, yeah, for sure. DeCarry Joyner with the rushing touchdown for South Carolina last time out. 5th rushing touchdown.
He only had
his
11
career.
snaps, though.
Yeah, which is kind of well at running back,
Yeah.
so he could line up at receiver.
True.
They did
a jet sweep or
and
something.
I know he played the whole game against North Carolina in 2021 in the bowl game at quarterback. He
So
might have had a rushing touchdown.
It is
or
taken
something
out of taken out by the punt returner there for North Carolina. Got out to kick returner. Got out to about the 22-yard line. That is where North Carolina and Drake May and company will be able to start their second drive of the season. 6:22 remains on the clock here for this first quarter as we continue our coverage here, North Carolina and South Carolina. So 1st and 10 here at their own 22. Drake May in shotgun with British Brooks to his left. We have one wide receiver to the top of the screen to the boundary side and looks like 2 to the bottom side. British Brooks goes out. Drake May put it on a little juke clinic, but will only get a yard on that play, making it 2nd and 9 here for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, nice job there by Keenan Nelson to chop him down and get a hold of him and not let him break free and get any farther. As he holds him to about a 1-yard gain there. As we see for South Carolina out on the field, Nick Emmanwori, the linebacker for him, he's still out there, but he is limping out there at the safety. He's playing safety position tonight for him. He's out there, but he's limping. Not looking 100%, so that's something to watch.
South Carolina sends some pressure, but the pass is completed to number 88. Tar Heels, that is Morales. So 1st and 10 here for the Tar Heels at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, the big graduate tight end, Kamari Morales, 6'2", 245, using that body to fight for some extra yards, get about 2 or 3 yards past the line of past the first down marker. And we have a
South Carolina player that was just a little bit slow getting back up. That was Nick Emmanwori. Again, he is probably going to be out till halftime if he's already out again. He was getting on that bike.
For the guy.
Yeah.
First game of the year, not even making it through a full quarter, already shooken up and going out for your second time. Looked pretty frustrated on the sideline.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to guess that it probably is like some sort of ankle injury or something like that. That's generally what it is when you have that kind of limp, or maybe it's a hamstring.
It wouldn't have had him on the bike for an ankle injury.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe a hammy, maybe a cramp.
Calf, something like that.
Yeah. Wisconsin did beat Buffalo 38-17, as well as some other good games. The Washington Boise State game in which we talked about and had a stream for that earlier, 56-19. Washington got the W there. Oklahoma got the W over Arkansas State, 73-0. We actually had somebody we knew get into that game, so shout out to Eli Merck and his success blocking for the Oklahoma Sooners at wide receiver position.
Yeah.
3rd and 4 here, 4:10 left in the quarter. Ball is at the North Carolina 47-yard line. Drake May in shotgun with 3 wide receivers to the boundary, or 3 wide receivers to the field and 2 to the boundary. Drake May gets it out to his slot wide receiver, and that is a completed pass. 1st and 10 for the Tar Heels at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, that's the running back out there getting active in the passing game. British Brooks picking up the first down. He's going to be big for him all season long at running back in that slot receiver position. Nice catch and grab there for him. Able to get out of bounds with the first down, bring up a nice 1st and 10 here for North Carolina.
Drake May has British Brooks in the backfield. Brooks gets a good block there. As that is going to be a completed pass to J.J. Jones, the wide receiver out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Had a very successful high school career. Myrtle Beach definitely has some good high school players, including Notre Dame's Jalen Sneed, the 5-star linebacker out of Myrtle Beach as well. Looks like a completed pass. Going to get it to number Miles. Or no, I'm sorry. That's Kobe. Do you not say that?
Pacehour, I would imagine.
Pacehour. I'm sorry. My pronunciations particularly. I'm not exactly a pronunciation genius. But Drake May, 8 for 8 so far, 67 yards, just really methodical in his passing, really getting to the checkdowns here. Hasn't really had any passes 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, but just a great play there from Debo Williams, just absolutely annihilating number 28 Hampton in the backfield for about a 4-yard loss as we're going to get a score update here from Penn State and West Virginia, where Penn State and West Virginia are now tied up entering that second quarter. Definitely a solid move there from West Virginia getting a touchdown on that board.
Oh, yeah, this is a game, you'd expect Penn State to blow them out. We both expected them to blow them out. So we'll see what ends up happening with that one as Baylor claws back a little bit down 21-13 to Texas State as May is going to take off and run, and he's going to get the first down on 2nd and 15.
All the way down to the 30-yard line. Drake May showing off the wheels, even though Caleb Williams is known for his agility and elusiveness. And that's probably part of the main reason that he's ahead of Drake May in most draft boards. Drake May also has a lot of elusiveness and ability.
People forget this guy ran for over 600 yards last year and about 7 touchdowns. So he can definitely make stuff happen with his legs. A lot like Sam Howell, not really known for the running game, but definitely isn't shy to get out and run.
Speaking of which, why don't we go over a former North Carolina quarterback and who Drake May backed up for a year, Sam Howell. He's getting the starting job there in Washington. What are your thoughts as next week is the opening kickoff for the NFL? And Drake May's former starter and Sam Howell may have a real shot at possibly competing for a wild card spot with a roster that definitely has the ability to, with the weapons like Terry McLaurin and the running backs that they have, like Antonio Gibson and stuff like that. They have weapons. There's no doubt about that. Yeah,
they seem pretty confident in Sam Howell for sure up there in Washington. Ron Rivera and his staff seem to like him a lot. They didn't even hesitate to name him the starter a few weeks ago. So, I think it's going to be a good season for Howell, a good season for Washington, and things seem up. They got new ownership. They sold out the home opener, so things are looking good. As a nice pass there from Drake May gets it to number 8. Again, that is Kobe Pacehour, but he will come up a little bit short of the first down, bring up about a 4th and 3, and that is the end of the first quarter. So we will take a quick break, and we will be back for the start of the second quarter as North Carolina is faced with a decision whether or not to go for it on a 4th and 3. But we will be back after a quick break. All right, so we are back. Second quarter action, getting ready, just about to start. We got John Jansen in the chat. What's up, John? Appreciate you hopping in. But let's get a look at these quarterbacks. This is some of the biggest talk about this game is the quarterback battle. You got Drake May versus Spencer Rattler. Drake May so far tonight, 10 of 10 for 73 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Hasn't really thrown the ball far down the field, but he's been able to hit his checkdowns. He's played very mature so far in this game, not trying to force anything down the field, not trying to force the big play, but just taking what the team's given him, averaging 7.3 yards an attempt and completion, I guess, as he is perfect so far. Also mixed in a few big runs, but it's really been the run game for South Carolina for North Carolina, that has really helped them out. And then whenever you look on the flip side, you look at Spencer Rattler, 5 of 6 overall, 69 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Same thing for him, kind of just taking the check down. Does have the one big pass down the sideline where he connected with the big-time bodied receiver and Xavier Leggett, the 6'3", 227-pound receiver in his fifth year out of Mullen, South Carolina, connected with him for the big pass. But other than that, both of these guys just playing very mature, not really making any mistakes, and it's been a fun game so far throughout the game. As we come up now, North Carolina has it 4th and 3 from the South Carolina 23, and they are going for it. Something that, honestly, knowing Mac Brown over the years and what he's been doing, this doesn't really surprise me at all in this to see them go for it right here. But Drake May with British Brooks in the backfield to his right, got 2 receivers split out on each side. Takes the snap. They're going for it. Throws the little slant route in and out of the hands of Gavin Blackwell. Just missed that one. And the South Carolina defense holds, and they will take over at their own 23-yard line.
A big miss there from South Carolina. Some great coverage there by O'Donnell Fortune. Quite the last name there, if I might add. But you're definitely looking well from there, and definitely what you want when it comes to that.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it earlier in the game. Huge that he didn't end up going out for South Carolina on the targeting call. Huge to keep him for sure. Mm-hmm. And as he shows there, he's made another play for the South Carolina defense. As Joyner is in at quarterback running the Wildcat. Again, South Carolina can just not get a run game going, as they're going to lose about 3 yards on that one. As this North Carolina defense is looking really good, particularly in the run game. The secondary, they gave up that one big play, but this run defense for South Carolina is looking pretty stout so far. As you look at the team stats, South Carolina has 7 yards rushing on 7 attempts. They're averaging 1 yard a run, so that's something that North Carolina is really excelling at right now. As we got a 3rd and 7 coming up, Rattler drops back, going to step up pressured, and he's going to go down. They'll rule out a sack. Looked like he tripped on his own, though, over his offensive lineman's feet. And South Carolina, despite the big stop defensively, is going to have to punt.
So if you're looking at North Carolina here, that is definitely a good stop there. You definitely put your defense in a little bit of a tough spot and just kind of giving up that tough momentum as you were really going there. And yeah, so 4th and 11 here for the Gamecocks as they're going to punt it away to Elijah Huzzy, the punt returner for the Gamecocks, who has been really explosive throughout the years, but does call a fair catch there for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, they'll fair catch about the 37. John, don't worry. Anthony will be back for halftime. He wasn't able to continue on so far in the first half. He was with us pregame, had to dip out, but he will be back. Don't worry, he will be back about halftime, and hopefully through the end of the game with us after that. This has been a very fun game so far. And we're getting good viewer reaction as well from you guys. So let's keep that rolling in. Let's keep these views coming in, and let's get these comments rolling. We love interacting with you guys as North Carolina now takes over at their own 38-yard line. Drake May, the offense back out there. The handoff to Brooks. He's going to get about 2-3 yards, somewhere around in there before tackled by Kilgore.
Another score update here. Really, the only reason why I'm giving a score update is Georgia is only beating UT Martin 17-0 with 8:40 left in the third quarter, which is kind of interesting because I haven't watched that much of the game, so I can't speak totally to the fact. But the one thing that I get when I'm watching that score is that it is kind of concerning when it comes to just the simple fact that Georgia definitely offensively may have some struggles that we didn't see or think about when it comes to this season compared to the offense under a guy like Stetson Bennett, who had just been a solid player overall.
Oh, yeah, for sure. As we got a 3-yard run there by Drake May to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Tar Heels as we are in a 7-7 deadlocked game as of right now. North Carolina is 2 for 3 on 3rd down so far in this game, 0 for 1 on 4th downs as they missed that and on the last one. But Drake May in the shotgun, empty backfield. He's going to drop back to throw here, and he's got a lot of time.
Only 2 rushers.
Yeah, a lot of time. The only problem is you only bring 2. Nobody's open, but he's able to find his man. That is number 18, Christopher Holiday. Bryson Nebsbit, the tight end for North Carolina, able to find him over the middle, working back with his quarterback. What a find there from Drake May.
Definitely what you're looking for in a possible first-round draft pick, as we kind of continue to talk about this, is Drake May's big thing coming into this game is can he impress draft scouts when it comes to definitely doing that. John, yeah, definitely. Make sure that you guys leave a comment. There's 7 of you guys watching, 6 of you guys now. So make sure you leave a comment. Let us know what your score prediction is for the game. I'll try to put up a poll in mind of who you guys think will win, North Carolina or South Carolina. Just give me a second and I'll put up that poll.
Oh yeah, don't leave John on his own. As we'll get the poll going up on my video as well. Don't leave John on his own. You guys make sure that you get over there and you help comment in the chat with him. Again, like I said, don't leave him on his own. But yeah, it's been a great game. North Carolina seems to be controlling this game so far. Just the one drive for South Carolina. North Carolina's put together several good drives, just only come away with a touchdown on one, as Drake May just kind of laughs as South Carolina's trying to talk junk to him as he runs it ahead for about 5 yards on first down, bring up a 2nd and 5 for him.
Drake May really has looked good both in the athletic sense of the term, as he's done a good job at avoiding pressure, being able to get out of the box and keep his eyes downfield as well, as the handoff to British Brooks gets about 5 yards in the first down for the Tar Heels.
Oh, yeah, nice run ahead for him as this North Carolina offense is just – they're looking like a lot for this South Carolina defense to try and stop so far.
Ooh, did have a man running wide open. Unfortunately, it was a run play. They do get the first down now. They did mark him about a half yard short. So now they are getting the first down at about the 24-yard line.
Paysor back in for North Carolina at receiver. He's going to be at the top of the screen, or in the slot, actually, down at the bottom.
So far, a 6-play, 30-yard drive, taking up a lot more time than a general North Carolina drive. About 3 minutes and 30 seconds already taken up as Drake May finds.
Or he just missed him on that one, overthrowing it out of bounds. That's one they're still shaking off and working out early in the season, but definitely something that later in the year they're gonna start to hit.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Tar Heels as they work their way down the field for the third time this game.
Hand off to Brooks. He gets flipped. That is not Brooks. that is who is that? Is Amari in Hampton, as he gets about 3 or 4 yards on that. He gets about 3 or 4 yards. Because we got the poll out now. Who wins this game? North Carolina, South Carolina. We got 1 vote for the South Carolina Gamecocks, 0 votes for the North Carolina Tar Heels. As the 3rd and 7, there is a flag down, probably going to be a false start. Yeah, snap infraction on the North Carolina Tar Heels. So not what you were looking for there, is that's going to make this a 3rd and 12, move you back 5 yards. Would have liked to have seen them, would have liked to see be able to get the play off and run your play there, 3rd and 7. You got some plays in the playbook for 3rd and 7. Not a whole lot of plays for 3rd and 12, though. So that's going to be, it's going to be one to watch right here to see what they draw up, because 3rd and 12, that's a lot of yards you got to get on this play. But Drake May dropping back, gonna step up and throw, got a man over the middle, and he's gonna get down to about the 16, 15 yard line. That is AJ Jones with yet another catch for the Tar Heels, and a big one indeed on 3rd and 12 to get the first down. Just found the spot in the zone and is able to move the chains down to the 16-yard line. So North Carolina's offense kind of moving here, as there's another flag down now. Another false start here for North Carolina. They can't keep doing this in this tight of a game. They can't keep they can't keep backing themselves up. It's because it's now 1st and 15. They need, I believe, the 6-yard line for a first down. So back-to-back plays, 2 penalties, loss of 5 yards each for false starts. So they're gonna have to do better than that if they want to come away and win this game, as they have it now at the 21-yard line.
You got another penalty. Though I think they got a timeout there. No, they did not.
The lay of game, North Carolina.
Matt Brown is wrapping it up.
So now they have 1st and 20.
Wow, this is bad. This is not what you wanted.
Not at all. Matt Brown, the oldest head coach in the FBS, is 72 years old. He can't keep dealing with this stress. But 1st and 20, May going to throw a little screen pass. That's Paysor, and they'll get about 5-6 yards back on that one.
Still 2nd and 14, not what you wanted.
Yeah, when in reality, if you don't get those penalties, that should be 2nd and 4 from the 10.
Yeah.
Instead of 2nd and 14 all the way back at the 20. So, yeah, at the 20-yard line, 2nd and 14 now. Drake May in the shotgun with Brooks to his right. This has been a fast-moving game. Already 7:20 to go in the second, as May's pass looks to have been tipped or something. He had a man somewhat open. Probably could have at least gotten it to him. Wouldn't have gone anywhere after that. But that one just kind of died at the end.
Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below. You also check out College Football Roundup, our podcast channel, which will put out a weekly podcast for our top 20 games. Both picked Carolina to win this matchup, and have had a semi-successful weekend for me, but a very successful so far week of college football for you, where you've only had 1 loss on the season so far, or on the record book so far.
Oh, yeah, 1 loss and up 4 games on you.
Ball there from Gavin Blackwell. Just a drop past. Loss of concentration. I just don't know what happened.
I don't either. He's been one of their better receivers, and he just missed that one. Probably has the first down, or at least very close to it, because he had some open field ahead of him. Just one guy would have had to make miss to get to the first down. Just not able to bring that one in, as Ryan Code, the transfer from Cincinnati, is in to attempt this field goal for the North Carolina Tar Heels to potentially put them up 10-7. And his 37-yard kick is up, and it is good. Just snuck that one in the left upright, and it is good. So North Carolina is up now 10-7. as we are sending these in the chat.
Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back for the next time after this game comes back.
All right, we are back. North Carolina kicking off, but real quick as we go into halftime, Texas State is up 28-13 on Baylor. What a surprise in that one. Scotty B, the Baylor King. What's going on, man? What's going on? Those boys better get straight and be ready to come back out of the half. This has been a weird day. A bunch of teams just struggling in close games. I mean, you look, Oklahoma State's up 10-0 on who? What team were they even playing? I don't even remember.
I
don't even know what team that was.
I have no idea.
Yeah, only up 10-0 with a minute until halftime. But the kickoff from North Carolina returned. The South Carolina return man ran into his own man, able to stay on his feet and get up to about the 28-yard line.
Did get
on this one.
Did get taken down by the kicker, number 40, Coe.
Yeah, that was, I believe that would have been D'Angelo Gibbs running that kickback. They got 2 17s. I don't know if it was Gibbs or Leggett. Leggett's 6'3", 227. He didn't look quite that big. I think it might have been Gibbs.
We're Notre Dame and Clemson fans, so we know both these teams pretty well, but not that well.
Yeah, not that well to be able to pick apart who just ran the kick return back and who not. I look on ESPN, it actually was Xavier Leggett.
Okay, that makes sense, yes.
I guess he was that big. Probably how he stayed on his feet after taking that hit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we got 7:05 to go here in the second quarter. It has been a fun game so far for both of these teams as we are missing Anthony on our stream so far, for those of you guys wondering, but he will be back.
After the Brewers lose to the Phillies.
Yeah, they're already down. Kyle Schwarber led off with a home run.
He did that last night, too.
Yeah, did it last night too. Did it again tonight. Oh yeah. So without Anthony here, we don't have a trivia question. So I have a little South Carolina trivia question for you.
Oh, boy. Is this South Carolina football or is this just South Carolina?
South Carolina football.
Okay.
In what year did South Carolina win their first bowl game?
Ooh. I'm going to guess 1967.
1995, when they beat West Virginia in the
Wow.
CarQuest Bowl.
How many years were bowls going? I know Notre Dame didn't start playing in bowls until the 70s. No. Notre Dame started playing bowl games in the – when did Notre Dame – well, let's do this. I have a Notre Dame football trivia question. When do you think Notre Dame first played in their first bowl game?
I'll say 1962.
I'm going 1985.
Yeah, it's probably a lot later than 62.
Well, I know it because it's that would be 1970. Okay, so I was right. My first
we were about
guess.
in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, I
About
was
the
right with
middle
my
of us.
first guess in 72. I was close to right. They played in the Cotton Bowl in 1970. So when was South Carolina's first bowl appearance?
I'm not sure. It didn't say that on the trivia thing. It just showed where they
Where they've struggled?
yeah, they didn't win a bowl game until 1995.
Yeah, wow. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell down below, and like this video if you have not already.
Oh yeah, we just sent out the links to all the channels in all the chats. So make sure you guys check that out. Big stat here in this game. North Carolina has ran 34 plays. South Carolina has ran 14. North Carolina 181 yards to South Carolina's 74. 10 first downs for the Tar Heels, 3 for the Gamecocks, 77 rush yards for North Carolina, just 3 for the Gamecocks. As now they have a big play. There's Leggett getting up to pushing all the way to the 41-yard line of North Carolina. So South Carolina in business up across midfield now. Leggett with a nice catch and run there.
Route, just kind of sat in that zone. Definitely what you look for when it comes to your kind of like senior wide receivers, your veteran wide receivers. Xavier Leggett has looked very good in this game as we got a man missing tackles, breaking tackles, I guess I should say. And that's a Marion Brown, another fifth-year wide receiver out of Tampa, Florida.
Yeah, a little short speedster, 5'9", 169 pounds. But, boy, he can fly, and he showed his wheels and shiftiness there. As Rattler going to hand the ball off here, and that's going nowhere. Juju McDowell getting nothing on that run back to the line of scrimmage as he was swallowed by the big defensive lineman, Miles Murphy.
Miles Murphy from Clemson last year, the North Carolina version of Miles.
Yes, yeah. People were getting confused on which one you're talking about whenever we were ACC championship last year. The Rattler on the 2nd and 10, going to take the snap, drop back to throw. He's got McDowell on a pass this time. McDowell with some room to run
Inside
to the 10,
the 10.
5,
Ooh.
all the way down to the 1-yard line.
That was a hit.
Before he got absolutely rocked. And this is going to set up 1st and goal for South Carolina at the 1-yard line. And they look to take the lead here against the North Carolina Tar Heels. It's going to take a big stand here for North Carolina if they want to stop them. And McDowell goes straight up the middle and straight over the goal line for the touchdown.
We got a touchdown from the boundary side judge. That is a touchdown for the Gamecocks, making it 13-10. Definitely what you're looking for, Shane Beamer. Mac Brown looking like he needed some extra sleep last night. As there's 5:16 left in this half.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The extra point for South Carolina coming up now, trying to make this a 4-point game and go up 14-10 on the Tar Heels as they're having a hard time getting everybody off the field. It's like they're not used to scoring or something. The whole team had to come out and meet them.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing now. It goes the same thing when it comes to trophies. They tend to pour it on more rather than be able to hold it because they really don't know what it is like to hold the trophy.
Yeah, as Georgia now is
finally
waking up. They're up 31-0 over UT Martin as they're starting to pull away. But the extra point now for South Carolina is it's taken them a while for the referees to let them kick the ball. I mean, there's a false start on South Carolina. Unless they call North Carolina for jumping, I couldn't tell which one was which. I don't think it really matters. Just let them kick.
We got a little bit of a discussion here, probably a little bit of not knowing what's going on.
It actually looked like North Carolina jumped first and South Carolina reacted. Yeah.
Yep. We do have to re-kick it because it was a before the kick penalty. Even though Shane Beamer definitely wants that to be a go ahead and we'll take the extra point. Alabama continuing this trend of struggle busing against terrible opponents, only winning 14-0 against Middle Tennessee State. Going into that second quarter, what do you think about it? The Alabama quarterback battle between Tyler Buckner, Ty Simpson, and Jalen Milroe. Who do you think is the quarterback that starts the Iron Bowl?
I don't know about the Iron Bowl. I'll tell you, I think starts next week, and that's Jalen. I think he's going to be their guy throughout the season. I think he's clearly the best passer on this team, the best quarterback that they have, and so I think that it's going to be Milroe for the season. I just don't think that there's going to be too much competition. Once he starts going, and they actually let him loose. As you mentioned, it's 14-0. I'm interested to see real quick how many quarterbacks Alabama has played in this game. Okay, Milroe's the only one, 9 of 11, 65 yards, no touchdowns, no picks, 2 rushing touchdowns. Milroe has 1, 4 carries for 7 yards. Jason Cleveland has the other carries, 39.
Well, we will go to the break here real quickly, and we will be back in about a minute when the game comes back on.
We got our Aflac trivia question. Drake May won ACC Player of the Year last year. Who was the last player from North Carolina to win that honor?
Mitch Trubisky, my guess.
I'm going to go with I'm trying to think in 2021.
Sam Howell wouldn't have won it because there were too many other guys.
I think Javonte Williams might have won it.
No.
I think Williams might have won it. Or who was that quarterback from North Carolina in – oh, no, mind. We were way off. Lawrence Taylor back in 1980.
Whoa.
Okay. I was going to say, who was the quarterback who started –
I didn't even remember that Lawrence Taylor played for UNC.
I didn't either.
Wow, that was good. Some of these highlights, it's just like –
can you imagine some of these guys today getting hit like this?
Oh, that would have been like targeted ejection.
He would have been ejected for that last hit.
He just shucked him down.
And nobody would have thought nobody would have complained that he got ejected for it either.
No,
as Drake May going to step up and throw, deliver a nice little dump pass to his tight end number 88, Morales, and that'll bring up about a 2nd and 5.
To be fair, with the Tulane game that we were talking about during the break, is South Alabama is one of the best teams in the Conference USA.
Yeah.
So, they are a good team. But Baylor's struggling against Texas State. That's just unacceptable.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's just not acceptable.
I don't know what's going on with that one. As British Brooks carries it for about 2 yards. Bring up a 3rd and 3 here for North Carolina. South Carolina offensively, obviously, nowhere near the production that North Carolina has. North Carolina hasn't been able to finish off drives.
Yeah, they really have not. They've kicked a field goal within the red zone and then had that 4th down stop at about the 25-yard line. So even though South Carolina has had some more struggles, they have also had not had the red zone struggles that North Carolina has.
And there's a big pass up the field. Morales, the tight end, completed by Drake May up across, I believe, all the way up near midfield, maybe even across midfield. Yeah, past midfield all the way to the South Carolina 41-yard line. So a big play there on 3rd and 3 to the 40 for them. And that's got this North Carolina offense back into it. We got 3:40 on the clock and ticking as Drake May in this offense. Another big play for him down the field.
Yeah, well, you're in a formation where you hand it off to British Brooks again. British Brooks has really been impressive this game.
He has.
Both on the receiving end of the running back spectrum and on the running end of the spectrum. He's really been impressive all throughout the game as we continue to talk about teams that struggle. Central Arkansas is only losing Oklahoma State 13-0. And Central Arkansas is not in a league level. They're not good.
No. He's supposed to be the guy for him last year, got injured, missed the entire season. They're making it pretty clear they're going to lean on him as they go play action with him. May has a guy wide open down the field for a touchdown. That is going to be Kobe Pessor with a 34-yard receiving touchdown, and North Carolina reclaims the lead up 16-14, looking to go up 17-14. A great play design on the play action there, and Pessor just got right behind that South Carolina secondary. They had no chance in slowing him down. They got caught peeking into the backfield, and it is a touchdown pass for Drake May. Tonight, he has been very good. 16 of 20 to 8 different receivers, 177 yards, and a touchdown. Just incredible numbers there from Drake May as the extra point from North Carolina is up and good. So that makes it a 17-14 game. This has been a very entertaining one, a very back-and-forth game thus far, and the North Carolina Tar Heels have regained the lead up 17-14. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back after the short break. All right, we are back here, and we mentioned to you guys the quarterback battle between these two, and Drake May and Spencer Rattler, and this has been a fun thing to watch. Both of these guys really work offensively through the air. As Drake May, 16 of 20 so far, 177 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. He's been absolutely lights out. Played great. Even mixed in some stuff on the ground. As a look at his rushing stats, 4 carries for 25 yards, had that big long run for 16 yards to set him up with a nice first down. Then you look on the other side for South Carolina at Spencer Rattler, 8 of 9, 140 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Had the big throw down the field. That's been the biggest thing for him so far. The big throw down the field to Xavier Leggett for 37. Also has a pass to Juju McDowell for 22, has a pass to Amarian Brown for 20, a pass to Trey Knox for 14. So they've got a lot of big chunk passes, but they haven't consistently put them together until about last drive. But Rattler has also carried the ball twice for -3 yards. And so, yeah, this has been a fun back and forth game. You look at these two teams offensively. North Carolina 12 first downs to South Carolina 6. North Carolina 6 of 8 on third downs. South Carolina is 2 for 4, 256 total yards for North Carolina compared to South Carolina at 144. You look at rushing numbers. The South Carolina Gamecocks have 4 yards rushing on the ground on 10 attempts, 0.4 yards per run. You look at North Carolina, 79 carries on 19 attempts, 4.2 yards per carry. And then just thinking about that, North Carolina has ran 39 plays, where you look for South Carolina, they have ran 19. So a big discrepancy there in the amount of plays, and that's really going to come in to effect later in this game, as North Carolina's time of possession is 19 minutes and 12 seconds to South Carolina's 7 minutes and 58 seconds. So that is, that's something that's not been too good for them in this one, as we are, as we're back in North Carolina with the kickoff. But that'll be something to watch for sure. So Rattler, the handoff to Joyner, he gets about a yard.
We have multiple helmets going flying. 53 for South Carolina everywhere, and 23 for North Carolina. I don't think there was any face masks, but did have multiple helmets going flying.
Power Eccles, the linebacker for North Carolina who lost his helmet, that could be a potential big loss on this play. He's a good linebacker for him, and it looks like South Carolina lost an offensive lineman. That's not good either. Number 53 for him, I believe it was
Vernish Lee, the offensive guard, left guard.
A little swing pass for South Carolina. Breaking tackles is number 10, Amarian Brown. Yeah, kind of blanked on how to pronounce his first name there, but he's up for a first down for South Carolina on the little swing pass. Broke 2 tackles there against this North Carolina defense. And South Carolina's moving the football up to about midfield now at the 45-yard line, as it looks like a South Carolina player is down yet another one, and that's going to be Xavier Leggett. That's not good. This is a guy who is he has the biggest play of the game for South Carolina, the biggest passing play for them down the field. He's got 3 catches, 82 yards already in the game, a career high in receiving yards nonetheless. So missing him is big.
It does look like it's more of a cramp than anything else. Yeah, maybe it's not a cramp, but maybe a calf issue.
I don't know. He seems to be walking fine. Yeah, as Joyner loses 2 yards on the run, going nowhere. Number 25, Damian Rucker, with the tackle there for loss, just blew that play up. Had no chance there at getting positive yards to Dakarian Joyner, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 12 now from the South Carolina 43. From their own 43 is now whistles blow. There's a flag, probably a false start.
So we wait here for the call.
Yep. Ball start on South Carolina, their first penalty of the night. That'll back them up. Make this now a 2nd and 17. So you got to get some yards back. You would hope for at least, a 7-yard gain on this to get to a 3rd and 10. You definitely want to get some sort of yardage on this play, though, for sure. As I mentioned, 2nd and 17, the little swing route to Joyner. He's going to have some open space to run, and he's going to get about 8, but there is a flag. I think that's going to be a hold on South Carolina.
Dal Loggins, the QB coach and offensive coordinator, is not happy about this going backwards. As we do get a score update here, Penn State leading West Virginia 14-7, and definitely a solid game so far from the Mountaineers, as they have been able to keep the semi-electric offense of Penn State at bay in a big matchup in Happy Valley. I'm about to say Death Valley, but it is Happy Valley.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that is going to be a holding on South Carolina. That's going to move them back even more. So now they have 2nd and 27, and there is about a minute and a half left in this first half with a minute 37 to go. South Carolina all the way back to their own 34 now, 2nd and 21 here. And Rattler going to throw, finds big number 9. That'll be Luke Doty, who is listed as a quarterback, but they kind of mixing him in at receiver here.
Ooh, that's a good route there from Doty.
That is a nice route from Doty. Was interested to how they would use him here this season, as it looks like he's out there again.
In the
slot.
out there. Yeah. Getting a block there.
Rattler is going to be wrapped
pressure.
up and dropped for the sack. Got away from 1 or 2 attempts, but by the time he broke free of 1, the rest of them were there. Brought down by number 12, Bo Atkinson, there on the sack. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 13 for them with about 55 seconds to go. Surprised North Carolina isn't calling a timeout here with the explosiveness of that offense.
Yeah, you would think that North Carolina would more shot.
They're just going to let it tick down. It looks like South Carolina might be going for this. They got the offense out there. I think they might just be letting the clock run all the way down, as North Carolina isn't going to call a timeout or let it run down.
This, in my opinion, is a mistake by North Carolina, because
they would have had 55 seconds in 2 timeouts.
Yeah,
with a very explosive offense. I don't really understand that, but hey, if that's,
I'm assuming you're taking a knee here to end out the.
No, it's 4th and 13. They're going to.
Or not a knee. Yeah. North Carolina will take a knee to end out the half.
The
ball back.
You'd hope they would after what they just did and let the clock run all the way down. It'd be dumb of them to try and punt it. I mean, to try and go for it after letting the clock run all the way down before the punt. So I would imagine them probably just gonna, like you said, kneel it and ride this one out to halftime. As South Carolina did use their 2nd timeout, and the punt is up.
Who gets the ball to start the second half?
North Carolina will get the football as that one trickles into the end zone for a touchback. So North Carolina going to have the ball at their own 20 with 18 seconds to go. Like you said, I'd imagine they just kneel it down here.
I think South Carolina gets the ball to
No, South Carolina got the ball to start the game.
Okay.
North Carolina is going to get it to start the second half.
Maybe.
All right, so yeah, I would imagine, these two offensive look great, and it does indeed look like, they're just going to kneel this down, send it to the locker room. And, that's going to be it for the first half of football as we go to halftime. North Carolina leads this game 17 to 14. 17-14. As we are going to take a quick break, and the football expert will be right back with you to take you through a halftime show, run you down of some scores from today, and then we will be both back for the start of the third quarter.
And we are back here for a quick halftime show as I will run down the scores of the day and give you a little bit of analysis before we go into our full halftime break here. Tennessee getting the win over Virginia 49-13. The Volunteers looked good, but did come out a little sluggish against the Cavaliers after the Cavaliers playing their first football game since the tragic death of those three players, even having the survivor play early on in that game was really just an uplifting moment of that game, of that shooting. Then Colorado got the win over number 17 TCU. TCU, that was our Colorado. That was their first win over a top 20 team since 1998. So a very long, or I'm sorry, since 2002, a very long time. And it has been a long time since Colorado has had success at that program. Deion Sanders, the first coach to win his first FBS game against a top 20 opponent since 1936. So that is quite a long time. Oklahoma got a 73-0 win against Arkansas State. Shout out to Eli Burke, somebody both me and Lincoln know, who is a wide receiver on the Oklahoma roster. Illinois State, my team, the Birds, got a win over Dayton 41-0. Iowa State also got a win over Northern Iowa 30-9, looking decently impressive after all the allegations when it came to betting and stuff like that, and losing Hudson Deckers. Ohio State with a sluggish start against Indiana, winning 23-3, though eventually they did pull out the victory. Indiana was just a pathetic showing of themselves. Notre Dame extends their record to 2-0, winning 56-3 against Tennessee State, with three quarterbacks coming into play and getting a lot of time, as Sam Hartman only played the first half. Steve Angeli played most of the second half, and Kenny Mitchie getting the last two drives for the Irish. Texas looked solid against Rice, 37-10. The only storyline from that game is, once again, JT Daniels played Texas in a new uniform. Then you have Wisconsin beating Buffalo 38-17. Wisconsin did start out sluggish, but did eventually get it going in the second half, winning that second half score 47-7 or 24-7. Big win from a lot of other teams. And as we go over some of the scores, current scores of teams that are playing, you have Georgia with a 38-0 lead over UT Martin after starting off really sluggish and only having 17 points midway through the third quarter. They've really started to pour it on. Marshall struggling against Albany 21-17. So not a good showing from the Herd, but definitely look to improve. Baylor is down to Texas State still 28-17. Baylor really struggling in this first game of the season. Scotty B, I don't know where they're at. UTSA losing to Houston so far, 7-10, with Houston having the ball a few minutes into the second half. Oklahoma State beating Central Arkansas 13-0. As we continue to go over each of these games, where you have a lot of sluggish play from these teams that were supposed to be either solid or Power 5 teams generally. As you have a team like Vanderbilt struggling against Alabama A&M, only beating them 19-10. Washington State looking pretty solid with a 29-3 lead over Colorado State. And our halftime show of North Carolina beating South Carolina 17-14. And finally, a few last two scores of Toledo beating Illinois 12-7 at halftime, and Penn State beating West Virginia 14-7 at halftime. Not exactly great games from either of the favorite teams in those matchups of Penn State and West Virginia, Penn State and Illinois, and both of those matchups not looking as good as they really should. That concludes our halftime score roundup for here at College Football Roundup. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All the links for all the channels are in the chat to your right, and we will be back shortly after when this halftime presentation finishes up. And we are joined by Anthony here. Anthony, it is just me, just so you know. Lincoln is currently occupied with his siblings. But have you got your
What,
Brewers
Reichley,
lose?
what'd you say? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. You went out there.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a little bit
Uh,
choppy, but I can hear you.
can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, John Anthony has joined us. So what are your thoughts? Have you gotten a chance to see any of this game or not really?
No, I've kind of like I've had it on my computer, but I've been all tuned into this West Virginia Penn State game and this Bruce Phillies game.
Okay. Well, then why don't you give us your thoughts on the West Virginia Penn State game, as that kind of has been a game that we haven't gotten as much ability to watch. Why don't you give us your analysis there then?
Yeah, so it has been a really good game. West Virginia's defense is playing better than I would expect it to. I really expected a struggle for West Virginia, but they've held Penn State to what 14 points, and I
Yeah.
mean West Virginia they're not scoring much. I think they need to bring in Nico Markiel over Garrett Green. I feel like he has a much better arm. Garrett Green brings a huge threat to the running game, but not as much to the passing game as Nico does. And I know Nico's a sophomore, but still, I mean, he in the minutes he played last year, he looked really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it hasn't. There was one kind of killer call. It didn't really kill any. Like it didn't change the points or anything like that. As we had what was essentially they called a horse collar on what should have been like a hand inside the helmet, but there was a face mask penalty on Penn State before that they missed.
Okay.
But all things general, I mean, it's a really entertaining game, much better than I expected it to be.
That's good. That's good. Definitely a good game here so far. North Carolina with the 3-point lead going in to halftime. North Carolina did have some struggles in the end zone, was unable to complete a few drives, had a field goal, and then a turnover on downs. But South Carolina has been more efficient in the red zone, but their drives have fizzled out a little bit more. But overall, a good game so far, a competitive game. So yeah, we um, just went over the scores for most of the games. The big upset alerts are Baylor and Texas State, and Toledo and Illinois. Toledo is beating Illinois at the moment. So yeah.
Yeah, well, that sounds like good news for Wisconsin if Illinois isn't that good. That would be really good for the Badgers. I mean, when I did the video with Lincoln predicting the Badgers season, I think I had us 10-2, and I said one of those losses was going to be to the Fighting Illini.
Yeah, Illinois definitely has a lot of work to do when it comes to this season if they're not able to beat Toledo, because that definitely could add a lot of pressure to their season going into it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to talk a little bit more, you're more than welcome to, but I'm going to take a little bit of a halftime break here.
All right. I mean, do you want me to do some Brewers Phillies play-by-play?
You can talk about it if you want.
Okay. Well, Brewers are up 7-3 on the Phils here. It is the bottom of the sixth with 1 out, 0-2 count, man on first. The pitcher is Andrew Bellotti, and yeah, hitter Carlos Santana. He has a home run on the day. As we have a lot of games at halftime right now, including this North Carolina South Carolina matchup. And yeah, so Santana here now. It's a 1-2 count. That was a terrible pitch by Andrew Bellotti. Bellotti 4.96 ERA on the season, so not too good. But an interesting pitching day for both teams. Aaron Nola did not have the best day of all time. Neither did Colin Ray, but he only gave up a couple runs, so he was okay. And then Andrew Chapin came in, and now for the Brewers last, it was Trevor McGill. And so that's going to be not a double play. That's going to be and out at second, but Carlos Santana is going to be safe at first. So 2 outs. The lead runner Contreras taken out, and Santana will be safe. John Jansen in the chat saying Cards are losing again. Sadly, yeah, it doesn't shock me. Let me just check. How do the Cubs do to that? Obviously, if the Brewers keep winning, it doesn't matter. Cubs, oh man. Okay, well, let's go Reds, bottom 9, and the Cubs are up 1-0. And yeah, so now it's going to be Sal Frelick up to the plate. This play-by-play announcer, Adam Ammon, with Fox, whenever he's on the call, the Brewers, especially Sal Frelick, happens to do pretty well. So he's due here. Hasn't been that hot as of late. And Frelick drives one. That's going to be caught by Trey Turner in shallow center field. Trey Turner, who's played center field. You don't see him much with the Phillies. So now at the end of the 6th, it is the Brewers 7, the Phillies 3. Phillies 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. The Brewers with 7 runs on 11 hits and no errors. So yeah, I guess I'll run through some of the scores if I can pull that up very quickly for today while Lincoln and Reichley are all gone here. Let's grab this. So yeah, if you haven't yet, drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe to all the channels this is being streamed on, and drop a like as well. But yeah, so today, I mean, just current games going on. We've got, as we had talked about, Penn State up on the Mountaineers, 14-7. Wisconsin beat. This is earlier. I'm scrolling through the list of scores here. Wisconsin 38-17 over Buffalo. Pretty nice win for the Badgers. But other current games going on: Georgia 38-7 over UT Martin. FAU 42-20 over Monmouth. Number 6 USC 45-7 over Nevada. That's in the fourth quarter. FIU up 2 on Maine in the fourth quarter. That's 14-12. Kansas State shutting out Southeast Missouri State 38-0 in the third. Then after that, you've got number 23 Texas A&M. The Aggies up 35-10 on New Mexico. Army up 13-3 on New Monroe. Vandy up 19-10 on Alabama A&M. Washington State 29, Colorado 3. That's in the third quarter. Texas State up 35-21 on Baylor. Does Baylor get upset here? I mean, they had a great season, Big 12 champs. Not Big 12 champs, but still had a great season last year. Do they get upset? We will see. And the Cardinals are winning, so yeah, well, good for them. Brewers are playing the Pirates this week in Pittsburgh on a little road trip for the week. And yeah, so let's see. The Reds tied it. Reds tied the Cubs 1-1. That is good news for the Brewers. Bad news for Reichley. But 10-7 Houston up on UTSA. UTSA were the favorites in that one, so we could get an upset there. Oklahoma State, Central Arkansas, OK State, 13-0. Memphis up 42-7 on Bethune-Cookman. Southern Miss 30-7 over Alcorn State. The Trojans of Troy up 34-20 on Stephen F. Austin. Bama 28, Middle Tennessee State, nothing at half. And yeah, so it looks like this West Virginia game's it's back. So I guess we can talk about that. So West Virginia kicking it off here to Penn State, and that is going to be not taken out. Kind of surprises me, but not taken out. And yeah, so that, and then in the Brewers game, let's see, McGill is going back out for another inning. Nice. Top 7 there. And yeah, so Neil Brown, head coach of the Mountaineers, could be gone by as soon as, maybe even week 4, as soon as then, depending on how well he does in these first few weeks, especially that pick game. Circle that. As down goes whoever that was at the plate. Oh, Bryson stop. Nice. Okay, 1st and 10 for Penn State. They're going to run it, and that's going to be a decent few yards. That's for the Phillies, Sir Anthony Dominguez warming up. So, okay, 2nd down here for Penn State. 2nd and 8. Two backs in the backfield. Okay, and then they're going to have a man in motion. Aller looks, throws, going to get a decent few yards there. So 3rd and short. Oh, South Real just missed what would have been an incredible play. Turns into a double. That sucks. Okay, 3rd and 3. So yeah, as I predicted, 3rd and short. Here. So yeah, 3rd and 3. And Penn State 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions tonight. And Aller gets it. He's going to throw across the middle, incomplete, bobbled by the receiver there. So that's going to be 4th down for Penn State. And West Virginia's going to get this ball back only on about a minute and a half into this second half. And Aller with a little bit of a low throw, but pretty good. And the receiver, it goes hands. He tries to secure it, but it goes off his helmet and out. So West Virginia's going to get this ball after the punt almost blocked. And that's going to be all the way back to the 20. And West Virginia tackled at the 25. The returner there, number 29. So, yeah. So, yeah, here we go. 1st and 10 for West Virginia at their own 25-yard line here in Happy Valley as the Penn State defense telling the crowd to get loud. So Garrett Green and the offensive line don't have good chemistry here. And West Virginia, man in motion. It's just going to be a jet sweep. Simple play. And that's going to get a couple yards. So not too bad. Obviously, the number 1 wide receiver last year, Bryce Ford Wheaton, that's a huge loss of him. But West Virginia's receivers aren't too terrible tonight so far. 14-7, the Mountaineers up as we are still in halftime for UNC North Carolina, South Carolina. That's a big run for West Virginia. They get the 1st down. So see if there's a call on West Virginia here, it seems like. As Neil Brown is yelling. James Franklin is talking to a ref. But Neil Brown is screaming. And let's see what the call is. And they call it on the offense. I think you're going to say a man in motion? I don't know what the call is. Oh. So I see what happened. A guy moved before he should have, before the ball was snapped. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 now for the Mountaineers, which is sucks. But, yeah. So here we go. 2nd and 12 for the Mountaineers as we are back in Charlotte. So, yeah, we're back in Charlotte now. So I guess we'll get back to this game until Lincoln and Reichley come back. But, yeah, keep dropping comments on your thoughts on these games. And, yeah. And okay, so Green throws, and that's only going to be a yard. So yeah, North Carolina is going to have a man back to receive here. And so yeah, here we go. Florida State here, ready to kick. Or no, not Florida State. South Carolina. I don't know why I called them Florida State. Probably because I saw a promo for tomorrow night's game. But yeah, South Carolina ready to kick off right here. And yeah, here we go. Just waiting for the ref signal. Don't know what's taking so long here, but just waiting as they take the guys off the field. I don't know what's going on. As I guess the guys trekking the downs were late to the job, so they finally come back, and that was without a delay. Maybe the first time we've ever seen that. Well, they got the pylon and all that now. They got the so it seems like the crew is ready now. And here we go, the kickoff. It's going to be a onside, and who recovered?
All right,
South
we
Carolina
are back.
recovers.
We are back. So they come out of the half.
Shane Beamer is jumping up like a little girl there.
They come out of the half, catch North Carolina napping there with the onside kick. What a play there.
Ooh.
As the kicker recovers
Oh,
it.
wow. He's doing New Orleans Saints style.
Just past the line.
Wow. Just like, I'll say this, that is the perfect execution. Like,
beautiful execution.
Like, not only to kick it perfectly, but to know exactly where that line was. As soon as it passed that line, it was right on there.
Yeah.
So now they got to take advantage of it as Rattler's going to throw, and he's got a man down to the 35. They're going to say incomplete, 2nd and 10.
I'm updating my thing right now. See if I can get closer.
Was a pass to Trey Knox, but unfortunately he could not grab it and hold it in.
Okay, I'm on third down now. Where are you guys?
We are on 3rd and 10 as Rattler hands the ball off to Joyner, and probably the best run that they've had all night. Actually, we're on 3rd down now.
Okay, yeah.
Our TV's still behind.
Yeah, well, I just updated mine because I was like 20 seconds behind.
No, like we're on YouTube TV, but we're not live. But now I think we're back live now. Well, now it's going to buffer again, of course.
Okay, 4th and 4 here.
Get us live, and then it's going to buffer us and put us back.
So
we're on
4th and 4
right now.
Rattler takes the pass, and he's going to throw that and complete drop by the receiver.
Yep, we're on. That was the 4th down play, or are you on the 4th down play?
That was the 4th down play.
Okay, we're still behind.
We're about to play behind you.
But dropped.
Wow. That is
a
terrible drop by Amarion Brown.
And South Carolina goes 3 and out after they pull some trickery. Shane Beamer in disgust over there on the sideline, and North Carolina will take back over with pretty good field position here at their own 47.
Good play design and just terrible execution.
Yeah, okay, I backed it up about like 5 seconds or so.
Okay, we're restarting ours right now. I don't know what was wrong with it.
So 1st and 10 now for North Carolina. And Drake May here gets the ball, looks, throws, and he has a man for about 4 or 5 yards. So that's going to be 2nd and 5 now for the Tar Heels.
Yeah, Drake Mays looked good in this game. He's just taking whatever they'll give him right now. Just taking anything that they can get, just whatever the defense is giving them, dropping it underneath.
That's gonna be a run there for about 2 yards.
Okay, so about a 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
All right. This has been a pretty entertaining game, pretty back and forth, pretty close game.
Yeah, seems like it. I'm currently getting the trivia question I want to do. Okay, 3rd and 4 now for North Carolina. Drake May, and I think he's calling a timeout. Yeah, play clock running down. He calls a timeout there.
Yeah, we're about 5 seconds behind you now.
Okay, I just took it back a couple seconds. That should get us pretty even.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break real quick while they go on break, but we will be right back. Glad to see Cody in the chat again. Cody will be right back, so stick around. You and John hang around, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. Cody, I appreciate the subscription, my brother. Make sure you subscribe to the other channels as well. I'm pretty sure you're from Sorgy Story, so I think you're subscribed there. Subscribe to me. Make sure you subscribe to the Football Expert and College Football Roundup as well. We've already put those links in the chat. You just scroll back a little bit, you'll see all those links. Make sure you check those channels out as well. The Football Expert's my partner on here, along with Anthony, and then College Football Roundup is mine, and the Football Experts College Football exclusive channel together, where we do these streams. We do a pick'em contest each week, a podcast. So, yeah, make sure you check that out, as we have a 3rd and 4 here for North Carolina from the South Carolina 47. They're going to hand it off to British Brooks, and he's going to pound his way.
Hampton.
That's Brooks, and he's going to pound his way about a yard short. No.
Are you guys ready for your trivia question?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Very quickly, we just had the refs just stopped play. Okay. And what year did the NCAA split into the Division One football bowl subdivision (FBS) and Division One football championship subdivision (FCS)? As we have a first down run there for North Carolina.
1978.
Lincoln, do you have a guess?
Real quick, the Wildcat keeper for Brooks, and he's going to get all the way down to the
39-yard line.
Yeah, 39, 38-yard line.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure. I'll go 74.
Rightfully, you're right. 78.
78.
It's almost like I'm an FCS fan.
Yeah.
I don't mean I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that really in a braggy way. I just mean like I knew that because of being in Illinois State.
Wow. North Carolina there with a huge
throw
play.
from Drake May all the way down to the 1. And really wasn't even a great throw to made his receiver and Gavin Blackwell come back to the football.
And that's a UNC running touchdown there.
To the 1, and then British Brooks. That is Omarion Hampton right there.
Yep.
Number 28, taking it in untouched for the touchdown, and North Carolina extends the lead here on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Up now 23-14. And
did we say we were going to do 2 trivia questions each quarter now?
We can do 2. That's fine.
Okay. This shouldn't be too tough. Who is the winningest coach in college football history?
I don't think it's him. I don't think it's Bear Bryant, but
the only other guy I can think of, I know it's not.
I'm gonna go with. I know it's probably not, but I'm gonna go with Bob Stoops.
I'm going to go Bear Bryant. That's all I can think of.
With 489 wins, John Gagliardi.
With who?
I'm about to look that up.
Okay.
Because I don't know. The website did not tell me. John Gagliardi was the head coach of he was a head coach from, let's see. Oh, okay. So this is a pretty bogus question. Because it is the winningest coach in college football history. It did not specify what subdivision or division. Because it's this dude who was the coach of St. John's, Minnesota from 1953 to 2012.
Holy.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
He must have had a lot of losing seasons to only have 489 wins and coach for almost 70 years.
Yeah.
He was 489, 138, and 11.
138?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because back then they didn't play 12 as season. Yeah.
True. Especially at Division 3?
Like I know for South Carolina, there's a stat wins their last undefeated season,
nasty.
and it's from like the early 1900s. They went like 4-0.
And then in
Texas stayed up 35-24 on Baylor with 1:51 to go in the third.
Yeah, in the D3 playoffs, he had an all-time record of 34-18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that means he made the playoff at least 18 times, but yeah. Who's the winningest Division I head coach?
I will look that up. Do you guys have guesses?
My guess is
that we guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. List of college football coaches with 200 wins. Let's see. It's not that tough. It was Joe Paterno.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, it would be Bobby.
Nowhere. Loses about a half a yard.
Who is number 1? Or who's number 2, not 1?
Number 2 would be Bobby Bowden.
Bowden, oh.
And then after that, you got like Bear Bryant, Pop Warner. Pop Warner was all the way back. He coached from
Whose
1895.
guess was better, Mark Stoops or Bear Bryant?
Bear Bryant, number 8. Bob Stoops
Bob
is.
Stoops,
Let's see if I can
Mark
find
Stoops.
them.
Bob Stoops. Yeah, never mind. I mix them up, but yeah.
Who are you
All right,
thinking?
what was that?
I'm looking for Bob Stoops right now on this list.
Okay, so Bear Bryant was closer.
Yeah, he was number 8. Yeah, Bob Stoops
Okay.
doesn't have 200 wins.
He was there for.
Oh, that's right, because Dabo's getting close to passing Bob Stoops.
But Bob
They're
Stoops.
90. They're 96 guys with 200 wins.
How
Think
many
about it.
wins did
Dabo's
he
already
have?
almost been there for 2 decades.
Bob Stoops
Almost been there
coaching.
since 08.
I will tell you right now, his all-time record, 190 and 48.
190 and 48.
Yeah, so he's 10 shy of 200.
Okay, so what place is he at?
He's not. That was just the list of 200 plus wins. As look at
Okay.
this, most for FBS wins: Nick Saban 280, Mac Brown 268.
Oh, I should have guessed Nick Saban. That was idiotic.
That's who I was thinking of. And then you said Bear Bryant, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it would have been huge news if Nick Saban passed Bear Bryant all time for wins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't
think
remember
he
that, but I
has.
think he has now that you say that. I think he
Yeah.
has.
Where's Nick Saban at?
Nick Saban, all
Ooh,
time.
that was a nasty throw.
What a pass and completion for number 81.
Oh.
That is John. He's not Copenhagen.
So,
Copenhagen.
so let's see. Bear Bryant has 323 wins. Nick
Okay,
Saban,
so Saban is
has
43 wins behind them.
yeah.
Okay. Saban would need another 4 years, including this one.
Yeah.
Nice pass there from May. Just hit his check down. Get about 5 yards.
It's not 15.
Yeah.
That would not have been a check down.
Yeah, get about 5. They'll give him 4, 2nd and 6 now. For them. They're at the South Carolina 35-yard line and driving up 10 already in this game.
Garrett Green just had a great first down run.
What is he doing?
For the Mountaineers.
Yeah, that's QB for British
Oh,
Brooks,
wow.
lowering the shoulder.
Got close, if
No,
not
that's
the
not
first
Brooks.
down.
That's Hampton. I thought that was 24.
Morion Hampton.
It's going to be 3rd and inches.
That's an AU crush page. So here's all these posts.
And also, Reichley, I've got some real good news for you.
That being?
The Reds walked you off again.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
You love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Yeah.
As Hampton puts the shoulder down, gets 5 more. Just tough running up the middle right now for this North Carolina offense. And they got it 2nd and 5 now at the South Carolina 24-yard line. Drake May.
Here, I'm gonna try to think.
Only getting a yard this time. Bring up 3rd and 4 for him now.
Yeah.
Now would be a good time to go. Now would be a good time to go play action right here and pull it and hit something, and go for something deep.
Are you guys surprised the Notre Dame North Carolina state line is 6.5? Are you surprised that it's that low?
Not really. I see where they're going. NC State at home, the home opener. They look good against UConn, and
They didn't
Notre
look
Dame
that good against
Third
Notre
and
Dame hasn't played
4,
anybody.
first
so far, so
down.
they don't know what they're going to be. This is going to be a tough environment for them. I think Notre Dame wins by more than 6.5, but I understand where they're going with the line.
I'm just surprised it's
Nice
not even
pass.
7.5.
Yeah, great pass there.
I think if Notre Dame wins, which I do think they do, you're going to win by at least 7. Central Arkansas is now only losing 13-7 against them, and Texas Tech is only beating Wyoming 17-3. And why is that game being played in Wyoming?
I have no idea. Nice voice,
More
by the way.
More people live in
I'm sure more people live in Lubbock than they do in Wyoming. Or it's
And
pretty-
May just has to throw that one away on first down.
Liberty beats Bowling Green 34-24.
Yeah, they pressured him there. Didn't have many options.
So, yeah, here we go. 2nd and 10 now for North Carolina. They're in the red zone at the 18-yard line. And May here. No back in the backfield. May calls for it. Under pressure, throws, touchdown.
Wow, that is another good drive from the Tar Heels. A great throw by Drake May. Just absolutely incredible dime to his tight end. And John Copenhaver. Haver?
Copenhaver. Not Copenhagen.
I know it's not Copenhagen.
Same
There's a
thing.
flag on the play. I think this will probably be on sportsmanlike
Jinx.
conduct because this came way late.
And oh wow, West Virginia is 4th and 1 here against Penn State on a crucial drive.
So the call
Hold
from-
on, let's see what the flag is.
Yep, you're right.
First down. Let's go.
What did he do after the play to get? That was the dude who caught the pass.
Yeah,
what did he do to get?
It's a good question. He probably taunted?
I think he acted like he was from
straight up.
Copenhagen.
I don't think he did.
That throw is just so incredible.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
What did he
caught
do?
it.
See, he didn't taunt him afterwards. Neither one of them fell down. He just got up and walked. I don't even know what he did.
See if we can.
I'm pretty sure what he did is he acted like he was from Copenhagen. That's my guess.
What's that?
I said my guess is he acted like he was from Copenhagen.
Okay.
that's my guess. Oh man, West Virginia now after getting that 4th down. Oh come on, go. That's not going. That's being tackled for no gain. Oh, and it's 7-4 Phillies. As you get a tag there.
All right. Well, we are at 31-14 here. North Carolina over South Carolina. Kind of pulling away in this one. As we are going to take a quick break, but we will be back shortly.
Okay, well, Lincoln and Reckley aren't quite back, but I'm here. So, yeah, about to come back from break as, wow, almost 3 minutes left in number 6 USC 66-14 as we are now back. 6:29 left in the 6:29 here left in the third quarter as it is 31-14 as you can see on the screen. The Tar Heels lead South Carolina. And yeah, so let's see what we got going here.
All right.
Okay,
We are
so we got
back
the
now as
kickoff
North
coming
Carolina
from
kicking it off.
kickoff coming from the Tar Heels here, and it is away.
Nice
Back.
little run back return from Luggett, and South Carolina gets about to the 27, 28-yard line.
Yep. Are you all seeing the Devontae Walker thing?
Yes, we're seeing the
Okay, so we're at the same time now. Okay, so 1st and 10 for South Carolina. Rattler under pressure, scrambles, and he's just going to run this, and he's going to get a first down out of it, plus a little bit more across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I think you're about 5-10 seconds ahead of us now. We're just now seeing the run.
Okay, I just took it back a second.
But yeah, nice run there from Rattler. Way to use his legs and take what the defense is giving him there.
Yeah, so tell me what you think about this. So it would have been a 45-yard field goal for West Virginia, but on 4th and 7, they decided to go for it. What do you think about that move?
What's the score?
It's 21-7, Penn State.
Yeah, I'd have went for it. I mean, a field goal does you no good.
Okay, so they went for it, and in classic Neil Brown fashion, didn't do anything good.
I mean, I would have went for it down 21-7. A field goal doesn't do anything but just make the score look a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, and then that looked like what, a run for South Carolina? Pass? I missed what happened.
Nice run for Jordan there. Yeah, got about 5 yards.
Oh, good news for the Brewers. Dylan Covey's in the game. We'll score at least 10 runs. I just saw that Dylan Covey came in for the Phillies, and well, he kind of sucks. So 3rd and 6 now. Rattler looks under pressure, and he goes down. Wow, great sack there. Just got his
you're
foot.
Still a little ahead of us. We just now saw the snap. But yeah, okay. Great pressure there from Carolina, and a nice job to grab him as Atkinson was slipping and just able to reach his hand out and grab Rattler's cleat and pull him down for the sack to force a 4th down.
Oh, that sucks. Drew Aller, great throw. Okay, I think I just put myself back about like 5 seconds. I've got the punt right now. North Carolina bounces into the end zone.
Yeah, we just now got the snap on the punt.
Okay, as I said, I apologize. My thing I click it and only some of the time it goes back.
Oh no, you're good. We just now saw the touchback.
Okay. There, I took it back another couple seconds. 1st and goal now for Penn State. As let's see. They got 3 backs, and it's going to be a throw right through his hands. That would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, as North Carolina, South Carolina goes to a commercial break. I'm going to take a quick break. You can keep us updated on West Virginia, Penn State, or you can take a break as well.
Okay. Oh, let's go, Andrew Monsteria. Double there for the Brewers. Or no, single. Okay. Okay, 2nd and goal for Penn State. Aller sees something in the defense he likes, as no one really in the end zone for West Virginia. They got a man in motion. It's going to be a pass and dropped again by a different receiver this time. Wow. And all of a sudden, just Penn State cannot catch the ball. So Aller he fakes it to one end, then goes to the other side, and the receiver just drops it. I mean, it was slightly high, but easily catchable. So now it's going to be 3rd and goal and a crucial play here for Penn State. Again, they got one man in the backfield, but one of the receivers is in motion now. So no receivers on the left side, and it's going to be a run, and he fights for negative yards here. Forward Progress will probably get him with negative yards, at least one, if not two, but probably one. So now it's going to be 4th and goal. It's a little bit of a scuffle here. Extracurricular activities between the Mountaineers and Nittany Lions.
What is happening?
So now West Virginia, Penn State heading to a commercial break. So yeah, 3rd quarter here. South Carolina, North Carolina still not back. So now Christian Yelch is up for the Brewers, so that's good news for us. And give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back here now. As the game will be back in a second. But yeah, so 31-14, the Tar Heels lead South Carolina here. And yeah, North Carolina already used 1 timeout. Meanwhile, South Carolina still has all 3. And yeah, so you guys back?
We are. Nice run there for Hampton on 1st down. Going to get 5 yards for North Carolina. Bring up a 2nd and 5.
I don't know what it is, but every commercial break I get behind. So, okay, now I'm back. I got 2nd and 5 now. May, little screen pass there for a couple yards.
Well, now you're ahead of us.
Yeah, I know. It's either I'm like way behind or now I'm just going to I just took myself back a decent few seconds.
Okay.
Somehow my computer powered off. Well, I know South Carolina fans aren't exactly very happy. I know that. I have a South Carolina. Oh, it was due to power.
3rd and 1, man in motion here. May going to take the snap, and it's just going to be a run. That's going to be a 1st down. A whole lot more. Breaks free. Taken down in South Carolina territory. Wow.
Well, we're going to see this nice run unfold here as Brooks, on the run all the way down to about the 44, it looks like, of South Carolina.
This British Brooks dude is really good.
Okay,
Yeah,
I took myself back a few more seconds.
Into this season.
Oh, 100%. Well, how could you remember him, to be completely honest?
And 2 years ago, he had a 63-yard rushing touchdown against South Carolina in this Duke's Mayo Classic game. So now 1st and 10, 2:56 and running on the clock. May is just going to hand it off again, and that's going to be Brooks for a couple of yards. Oh, wow. Penn State, new kicker in. The other guy had missed 2 field goals before.
Did you see the one that Joe Milton did? Joe Milton literally shoved a linebacker that was 200.
And, yeah, so 2nd and 8 now for North Carolina. Penn State, please miss, please miss, please miss. Okay, 2nd and 8 now for the Tar Heels. It's going to be a play action. May under pressure. Just intercepted. And The ball is going to head the other way as Drake May throws an interception.
Wow.
And
Yeah, one
so
of
that's
the
the
three
first
bad
turnover of the
passes he
game.
made tonight. Shouldn't have even thrown. Should have just thrown that one away.
He
Yeah,
knows
I thought
better.
he was, and then I see it ending up in the yeah, I mean the DB played that perfectly. Receiver didn't see him coming. Not a bad throw, just the receiver just had no idea he was there.
Well, it was terrible because he was running open, but he slowed down. He should have kept going hard to the sideline. And
Yeah.
I mean, he probably gets a catch there, but he slowed up, gave the corner time to catch back up, and as a result, May gets the interception. So the first turnover of the ballgame for us gives Carolina some new life as they will throw it complete to Xavier Leggett for about a 6-yard gain here.
Yeah, so 2nd and 4 now. And oh wow, that's a great play by the Carolina defense. Rucker there with the play.
But
And Rattler under pressure, just going to run here on 3rd and 9. He's going to get a first down. Escapes trouble he does there. 1st and 10.
a big 3rd down conversion there for the Gamecocks. You really needed this. You really need a touchdown this drive to stay within the ball game.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's interesting. The Brewers bring in Devin Williams to face the Phillies with a 3-run lead in the 9th inning. So, okay. Oh, deep ball. A yard overthrown. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for South Carolina after not a bad throw at all by Spencer Rattler. In fact, it was really good. But just a yard past where the receiver was. As there is a man down for North Carolina on their sideline. So now 2nd and 10. Rattler gets it, and he looks one way, throws the other. And that's going to be a first down for South Carolina. Maybe just short, but close to it at the least.
Luke Doty has played a lot of wide receiver in this game. I'm a little bit surprised that he has. What are your thoughts, Lincoln, on Luke Doty playing a lot of wide receiver?
Yeah, I know he's a good athlete. I was interested to see what they did with him in this game. As you know, that was a big question coming in: is what did South Carolina do to utilize him? But I like this use of him. I think that this is something that he can really excel and do good at. I like this role for him, and obviously he showed up. He showed up and he's played well in it. So yeah, I mean, Luke Doty may have a lot more opportunities with the Gamecocks coming up for him.
Yeah. So right now, kind of end of 3rd quarter, but completely unrelated. Garrett Green, he is running like crazy today. The West Virginia quarterback. He has 13 rushes for 58 yards.
Wow.
And that's going to be a run, not from him though. That's first down though. Let's go, Mountaineers. I need to get my trivia questions for next quarter ready. Okay, I got both of my trivia questions for the 4th quarter. Oh, that sucks. Play comes back because of a holding. Every big play for West Virginia turns into a coming back call.
They're still staying in the game, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they're not giving up, but there's just these penalties are killing them. Okay, Devin Williams, just please. It's a 3-0 count Devin Williams has here against the Phillies with a man on and 1 out. Up against the bottom of the order.
Gotcha. Well, this game's on break, so we're going to take a quick break, but we will be right back with the action here shortly.
All right. Okay, so we are back in Charlotte as North Carolina and South Carolina playing here. And yeah, so here we go. Spencer Rattler in the South Carolina offense starting off in their own territory. 2nd and 19 to start for the Gamecocks. And there's a flag here on the play. False start, offense. So, yeah, that's going to be a tough way to start for South Carolina here. And, yeah, so 2nd and 24. 2nd and 24 now. Wow.
Yeah, that's not starting out how South Carolina wanted it to start for them at all.
And Rattler under pressure. And that's out of bounds.
Not a whole lot of penalties so far here in this game. Only 8 combined. As, yeah, like you said, Rattler getting pressured, and he's going to get rid of it.
Yeah, and another flag. If I'm a little bit quiet, the Brewers game has 2 outs in the 9th inning, so I'm pretty nervous. Kyle Schwarber's up.
I would be pretty nervous if I were you.
Oh, it's 7-5. Bryce Terang had to make a crazy play, and he dropped it.
Flag on the play. Holding on the defense.
Wow.
And now Trey Turner's up. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, that was going to be 3rd and 24. Now it's going to be 2nd and 14 for them. So now Rattler on 1st and 10 is what it's going to be, and he's got Xavier Leggett. Huge catch, contested catch, 50-50 ball. And that has this South Carolina offense back rolling now. What a catch to go up over the corner for North Carolina, number 20. And to come down with the ball inside the 20-yard line. So South Carolina in the red zone now at the 18.
Rattler drops back once again, gets the pass off, and
gets suplexed. Now they throw the flag.
He's like, why can't I do that? Why can't I suplex a guy? He knows better.
I really don't understand the flag on that, though.
Yeah.
At all. You should be able – I mean, it wasn't anything after the play. They didn't blow the whistle. You should be able to tackle them however you tackle them.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you should be allowed to suplex. You just can't suplex people. You just can't do that.
Oh, yeah. I know the rule is you can't, but I just think the rule's dumb. I feel like you should be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing. It's not any safer to get hit like that than it is to be hit like Boise State's kickoff returner today.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's more dangerous. But 1st and goal, Rattler motions
another
Joyner
swing
out.
pass.
That is Juju McDowell. They swing it to him, and he'll lose a yard or 2.
They've been successful with those, but that one they were not successful at.
North Carolina's defense has been really good in this game. Holloway with the open field tackle to knock them back a yard or 2 here. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 7.5-yard line. Both of these defenses were big question marks for both of these teams coming in. Obviously, South Carolina's defense has not played very well tonight, but North Carolina's has, only allowing 14 points so far. They've swarmed to the football, been good in the open field. They've got some good pressure. Haven't really got beat much, back in the secondary, but now South Carolina has the ball down at the 4, 3rd and goal. They show Shane Beamer on the sideline. He doesn't look happy about something. I wouldn't imagine so, being down 31-14 with 13 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Mm-hmm, for sure, yeah.
From the 4.5-yard line, Rattler going to drop back to pass, getting pressure.
As a man.
And he's going to get sacked.
Oof. He had a man open there.
He did. He had a man open, and he is going to get sacked. Bring up 4th and goal. If you're South Carolina here, you got to go for it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you have to. A field goal does you no good at this point. You have to go for it here. What a job by North Carolina to get the sack there. They've really done a good job of this. Fox with the sack. They've done a good job of this all night, getting off their blocks to get Rattlers. He goes running. He tries to step up in the pocket. They get off their blocks and get the sack. But they are going to come on for the field goal. Mitch Jeter, 11 of 11 last year.
I guess it does make
Perfect
it a
here.
2-touchdown game, but I still feel like
Yeah, I feel like you need the
point.
touchdown. As Jeter is good, and it is now 31-27 ball game here. As well, let's see. I guess it didn't really matter if they got the extra point, or if they. I guess it doesn't really matter if they went for the touchdown or not, as it still would have been a 2-score game either way.
What's up, guys?
So yeah, how's it going?
Rightly, I've got some bad news for you. The Brewers won.
Yeah. Well, means the Phillies lost, so it's not
Devin
all bad.
Williams, he's there's a reason I call him the king of heart attack wins. Because he gives me heart attacks every game. He got 2 guys on and gave up a run. And Trey Turner came up to the plate with Bryce Harper on deck, but thank God we didn't lose. So yeah.
Well, do you have our trivia question for the 4th quarter?
I have our trivia questions for the 4th quarter.
Questions, okay.
And a touchdown for Penn State, right? Okay. So we're going to start off with a really easy one. Who is the only primarily defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy?
Primary.
I can't think of his name from Michigan.
No, that'd be Desmond Howard. Yeah.
No. Woodson, Charles Woodson.
And rightly, your guess is?
Not even from Michigan, is he?
Desmond Howard.
Was he not a wide receiver?
No, he's a defensive. It was Desmond Howard, right?
Well, let's just say that.
I think I'm getting them mixed up. I don't think Woodson
the Packers fan knows what he's talking about
Wait.
because Charles Woodson. The Packers fan knows what he's talking about because Charles Woodson.
I just got him completely mixed up
Well,
with Desmond Howard all in the same one because of the Packers.
okay.
Woodson definitely played for Florida State.
I'm not. Okay, first of all, I do
No. Woodson played. No, Woodson was with Michigan. Yeah.
Was he actually?
Yeah, both of the guys were with Michigan. Charles Woodson of Michigan, 1997. Yes, they both played at Michigan. They both played on the Packers, but Charles Woodson was the answer.
Later. When would have Desmond Howard play?
Howard was earlier in the 90s, if not like late 80s.
Howard won the Super Bowl MVP with Brett Favre in like 96 or 95.
Yeah. Okay, you guys ready for your second question?
Yes.
Which college football team has the most consecutive bowl appearances?
Virginia Tech. Or no.
All-time record, or is this current streak?
All time.
Florida State.
Bowl appearances.
Florida State. Number 2 is Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Florida State sounds right.
Okay, so from 1982 to 2017, Florida State had 36 consecutive appearances. Yes,
Bobby
you guys would be right there.
I was debating on them and Bama Bama wouldn't have been long enough because I don't even think they made one in Saban's first year.
No, they didn't.
No.
Well,
okay.
South Carolina. Let me go ahead and update this score. Has made it 31
in 4th quarter.
17 now. Oh, yeah, and we're in the 4th. Got a little slack with the graphic there. Let's get to John's comments here. He said, Cardinals were close, but the Pirates end up winning 7-6.
Yes, West Virginia and Penn State were in the same conference.
Yes.
They were in the Big East.
When Penn State was never in the Big East.
Penn State was never in the Big East?
Let me check. Big East timeline. Here, I will check just to be sure. But I'm not confident in the fact. Yeah, so Penn State was never a member of the Beast. They were an independent.
Wait 1 second. I guess they were an independent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, they were an independent. They joined the Big East or not the Big East, the Big Ten in 1993. But before that, they were in the
What I do played for Florida State.
well, they were in the independent. As Sweet Caroline is blasting in Happy Valley.
Picked
INT.
again.
That is exactly what you needed as Carolina has the ball at the 40, the 35.
He already stepped out of bounds.
Wow.
He stepped way out of bounds. He did not get that far.
Yeah, I'm just seeing these
How did they not
replays right
call him
now.
out? He stepped
Incredible.
out way back.
Well, he is the ball at the 16 at the moment.
That was a nice pass by May, though. His receiver just couldn't pull it in. It bounced straight through his hands.
So now 1st and 10, Rattler deep. Oh.
I mean, that was a good throw from May.
Well, let's see if he stepped out of bounds.
Paysor just couldn't pull it in.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the greatest pass,
See, he stepped out
Yeah,
back
he
there.
did.
Yeah.
but I don't think they called him out.
No, they did.
No,
Okay.
okay.
I was about to say, how do
Well,
you?
the line judge, the far
Yeah, they
line
let him
judge
run
never-
all the way to inside the 20.
Well, that's kind of what you're supposed to do too.
Rattler deep, yeah, out of bounds.
Okay, I'm turning. Is UTSA Houston still close?
I think so.
Okay, I'm turning that on in place of the Blue Chili's game. Man, Penn State 31-7 over my Mountaineers. This is tough.
There is a
Um,
penalty on
false
South
start.
Carolina. Yeah, for a false start.
Yeah, and that's gonna make it 1st and 15. And wow,
86 new players at Colorado.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You only have
okay, so 2nd and 15 here for South Carolina. Spencer Rattler is
Still won't get viewers.
gets it. Rattler throws, and
That was a good thing because he would have lost yardage.
Yeah.
and Rattler on there on 2nd and 15 with a good throw, good reception. That's going to make it 3rd down.
Yeah, we're just now getting to the 2nd and 15 play.
Okay, I'm going to put it back again.
Yeah, Rattler there, nice pass out wide to Leggett, and he's going to make this about a 3rd and 1 now.
Yeah.
So 11:15 left on the clock. 3rd and 1. South Carolina has to get a touchdown here because you have to be able to capitalize on an interception like that.
If
Yeah.
they get a touchdown, this is a 7-point game. It seems like a big lead right now for North Carolina, but a touchdown
Good play.
will
Go.
make it a
Go.
7-point game.
And it looks like he did move the pile just enough. Going to make it
Yeah.
about the 32.5 or the 27.5 yard line. I'm sorry.
And a good play there by South Carolina on 1st and 10, and they are moving a really nice offense here.
Yeah, we're just now getting to the 1st down.
I'm
Play.
still like I keep moving it back. I'm sorry. It's either
We're
I'm
at-
way ahead or I'm way behind.
We're at
10:30.
10:30 right now. As
Okay,
Rattler
I'm
throws it.
I'm at 10:00.
We're at 10:23.
Okay, so you're 30 seconds behind. I'm gonna change this so I can get about there. Let's go to about
We're at 10:11, 10:10.
yeah.
South
we're-
Carolina has it now at the 16-yard line. Rattler going to throw it to Joyner.
Joyner makes a good catch and a good 3-yard gain. They're going to give him 3.5.
They gave him a little like a whole extra yard on the spot.
And they give him about half an extra yard on the slant.
So
As a-
second.
Good open
I'm at
field
2nd and
tackle. Good open field tackle there by North Carolina's. We've seen that a lot. That's something they really struggled with, especially their cornerbacks last year. Their cornerbacks last year did not want to tackle at all.
Yeah.
Doing a better job of that for sure in this game of just putting
And-
their head down and putting their
and
shoulder
at-
to people's knees and making some tackles.
As you're talking about these tackles, North Carolina makes another good one there. So now it'll be third. I've got 8:54 on the clock. What do you have?
9:20.
You're still the 30-second. I don't think you're skipping back. You're
I
still
know,
at 30
I'm not-
seconds.
No, I'm skipping back. My TV just keeps putting it back about a half second. I
Yeah,
keep
well,
clicking back 10, back 10, back 10, and it's going back, back, back. It's not going back that far, though.
Yeah, because right now we just now hit 8:57.
Okay, so I'm going to
Hey,
change
what a
back
game.
to
Yes, it has been a great game so far. As the 3rd and 5, Rattler getting pressure, going to have to just throw this away. Is that going to be grounding? He was in the tackle box. He was in the tackle box. Nobody was near.
ooh.
In the tackle
Oh.
box, it has to be to an actual receiver.
we got a make
They
or
have it
break.
outside the tackle box.
We have a make or break play here in the West Virginia game.
There it is.
Down
Intentional
multiple-
grounding on Spencer Rattler.
Okay, let's go. Get the first. Get the first. Get the first.
That's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a loss of down there for South Carolina, as Spencer Rattler costs them there. Instead of just taking the sack and losing 5-6 yards, he throws it away inside the tackle box to no
Did
receiver.
they get it?
And
Oh, they
that's
got
going
it.
to be
Let's go.
that's going to be intentional grounding for the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Go,
to move them
TJ.
back.
Go. Sorry. West Virginia is like trying to score here to make it like still a blowout, but still. There's like 4 minutes left, so you never know what can happen in 4 minutes.
4th and 19, South Carolina not going to get it. They're
Go
not going to
Garrett,
get
let's
it.
go.
They had to go for it, but they're not going to get it.
I'd almost kick a field goal there and maybe try with.
I don't know. Again, a field goal is one of them things that doesn't do anything for you. It's still a 2-possession game.
Yeah.
And scoring a touchdown still doesn't bring you
Then
within
why
a
do you-
field goal either.
The only problem I have with that is then why do you run a screen pass? Like,
Yeah, I don't.
or not a screen pass, but like a little
out
curl,
route. Yeah,
like
they
a
didn't run
hitch.
anybody deep.
Or he threw
I
it
mean, it's
short.
4th and 19. Nobody went anywhere. I don't exactly know what the thinking was, the logic in that play was.
On a
but
two-point conversion here, West Virginia pulls the Chiefs with the kind of ring around the rosy thing, and it is in. Yeah, so the West Virginia pulls a Chiefs special to make it 31-15. They went like they in a circle dancing around in like a circle dance, and then Green just flips it to the running back. So, yeah. Under 2 minutes left in Houston UTSA. As this is going to be in its 17-14 Houston leads here. as we are back now in Charlotte, North Carolina, South Carolina. Anthony, or I don't know, and Lincoln directly, are going to be back with Drake May. Is just going to hand it off to the running back, and he's going to get loose for a good 10 yards there.
We are
On
back
first and
now,
down.
yes. Interesting to see right here. Last season, North Carolina's defense, 17 sacks on the season. Tonight, they have 7 sacks. That
Wow.
is crazy. But
I
yes,
just, by the way, I'm a bit ahead of you. I just did the first down call.
yeah, we just seen British Brooks get the first down.
So, do you want me to shut my mouth or keep going?
Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I don't. Okay, I don't really care which one I do. Okay, I'm gonna shut my mouth right now because West Virginia has an onside kick.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you guys do the play-by-play while I watch this insane onside kick formation that we're doing right now.
All right. As the
Get it.
there for North Carolina is gonna get about a yard or two, if that.
And it went out of bounds, I think. So yeah, Penn State's gonna take over, and yeah. So it's like 3.5 minutes for West Virginia to force a 3 and out, get a touchdown, onside kick, and another touchdown.
Let me get the recap.
So North Carolina with the ball, 2nd and 10 now. Drake May gonna roll to his left, gonna throw it behind it. Looked like it got tipped, and it's gonna fall innocently to the turf. That was close. That was close. All right,
so I've got 3rd and 10 now. May is calling for the ball, gets it, screen pass, and the receiver is going to get a nice 3 yards. So that's going to set up 4th down, meaning that it's going to be a punt for North Carolina. And I mean, down 14, South Carolina. And I mean, they don't need a touchdown, but the touchdown would be huge for them here.
Oh yeah, for sure, without a doubt.
My team is trying to kicker.
Man, West Virginia down 16. First North Carolina punt of the night. How about that? As the punt is off, and that's going to be fair called at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, first punt tonight for North Carolina.
Insane.
That's your team.
As I think Lincoln and Reichley are laughing at the laughing stock known as the Chicago Cubs right now, considering how terrible of a team they are.
So we had a fantasy draft tonight, and we all forgot. Me and him both forgot about it. It was.
Do you want to hear my team, Anthony?
His team is.
Well, I thought I said to the people. I said I think that you all were laughing about how bad the Cubs are. But go ahead.
Oh, we already had our laugh.
Yeah, whatever. My team is this. It was a complete auto draft and stuff like that. Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson, Josh Allen, Amari Cooper, Miles Sanders, Kenneth Walker, Evan Ingram, Patriots defense, Harrison Butker, Isaiah Pacheco, James Cook, Jordan Addison, David Montgomery, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Dak Prescott.
Okay, so you're pretty happy with that?
I'm very happy with that. Very.
Okay, and Lincoln?
Let's get mine up again.
Here, I'll pull it.
Mine definitely wasn't a bad team.
A.J. Brown, Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, Jahmyr Gibbs, Justin Herbert, Christian Watkins, Dalton Kincaid, Eagles defense, Graham Gano, Tyler Lockett.
You guys went out. I can't hear what you said.
Huh?
I said last thing I heard was Tyler Lockett.
Okay.
Chris Godwin, Marquise Brown, A.J. Dillon, Brian Robinson, Jared Goff. Were the
Wow.
five.
Okay. Well, I will be sure to text you guys before our draft starts tomorrow.
Yeah, do that.
It's 4:00, I think. 4:00 draft there. I actually, John Jansen, if you want to join our the fantasy league, if you'd be interested, I can put the link in the chat for you.
Hey, Anthony, which app is yours on?
ESPN.
ESPN? Okay. I got to download these. I forget. I'm in 3 leagues that I was just asked to be in, and then I just kind of joined. And
Did you ever join the other one?
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, he better make sure that he actually pays attention for this one, for this league, because if he doesn't pay attention in this league, he may find himself in the middle of February standing on a street corner in Clemson playing a recorder trying to earn $25 in a Speedo. As that is our loser punishment. By the way, which the money goes.
Hey, I didn't know about this pre-hand.
The money goes to the winner.
So
So not only do you do that, but your $25 you earn goes to the winner, and you can't leave until you get 25.
Yeah, I'm in one league. I
didn't know about that, but I've won almost every
nice
league.
pass, Leggett catches it, first down, South Carolina. Also, another little wrinkle. The last person that puts the money in to get you to your $25, you have to scream in their face, "That's not enough. Quit being stingy with your money." And you have to hope they don't take their money back, because if they do, then obviously you don't reach the 25.
let me see how many teams I have, John. Last I saw I had 11. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
The talent show.
So yeah, John, we'll take a 14.
Joyner the catch. He gets out and makes about a 6-yard catch on the play, I believe.
But yeah, I'm already in this one league, my league, and then my guess is, considering I'm going back to school Wednesday, there will probably be another fantasy league that I will be asked to make.
Second
and I
and
will
11 for South Carolina. Little flip pass by Rattler to Leggett, and he's going to get way up past the first down marker, but he is limping a little bit. It looks like he's cramping in that leg, but he's going to stay out on the field and line up and still run down at the bottom of the screen. That's going to be something to watch, because he's been their best receiver so far in this game, and they go right back to him again, makes a man miss, gets a first down, and South Carolina moving the football up to about the 36-yard line.
Yeah. So my guess is that if I end up doing a school league, which will probably happen, I'm going to be the only one that pays attention, meaning I will automatically win it. So I'll take it. But yeah, so 1st and 10 here, as I do see North Carolina player cramping on the field, just laying in pain. As Spencer Rattler just slowly walking around.
Yeah, they got a nice pass to Doty down over the middle. As, the North Carolina guy cramping, trying to stretch his leg out. Doty, nice catch there. Like I mentioned, originally brought in as a quarterback, kind of playing tight end wide receiver here for him.
Yeah. You don't think anyone else is going to join before if I set it to 14, right?
What's that?
I said if John joins and I set up in it, and that would make it 14, I should be good with 14 teams, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, sweet. So then I will, delete teams.
All right. Well, while the TV takes an injury timeout, we're going to take a break with them real quick.
All right.
We'll be back pretty soon.
Okay, well, I am back.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready and go to bed too.
So here we go. 4 minutes, 46 seconds left. 1st and 10.
What?
And
I can't. I don't know what you're saying.
Spencer Rattler sacked.
Yeah, good pressure there from North Carolina. Their 8th sack of the game. Again, they only had 17 total last season, already 8 here tonight. I don't know if that – I think that shows, honestly, a little improvement of the defense and also just how bad this offensive line is to give up 8 sacks, because it doesn't matter how elite of a defensive line you have. There's no reason you should get 8 sacks on a good offensive line. So just bad offensive line play here for South Carolina. They need a touchdown with 4 minutes left in this game, and Rattler drops back on 2nd and 20. Going to throw, gets hit as he throws, and that pass looked like it bounced. Incomplete. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 20, looking for Xavier Leggett again. He's been the primary target tonight with Juice Wells not being 100%. So, yeah, that'll bring up a 3rd and 20 now. Again, South Carolina needs a touchdown. They're definitely going for 2 here. And now you think about if they'd have kicked a field goal, kick a field goal here.
What I said.
It's an 8-point game, 1-possession game. You get the ball back, and they're going to just have to check it down to Joyner, and he's going to lose 2. So it's going to bring up 4th and 22.
Now like you put yourself to Reichley.
Now you put yourself in having to go for it
on 4th and forever again.
Yeah, on 4th and 22 again. The last time I believe it was 4th and 18, 19, something like that. Now you got it 4th, and they're going to call it 21.
Yeah, and it is
here.
It's going to be a final. Penn State 38, West Virginia 15.
So the 4th and 21 here, South Carolina has to get it.
Wow, that's unfortunate for them.
Probably a hold on the South Carolina offensive line, and that pass was actually somewhat close to being caught, but goes out the back of the end zone, incomplete. Beamer disappointed. As he should be. It must be tough coaching a sucky team. And making dumb decisions. Like we just talked about, if you kick a field goal on the last possession, then you can kick a field goal on this possession, and your team is still in the football game. As of right now, your team is not in the football game. You are probably not scoring 14 points in 3 minutes and 23 seconds. You could score 8 points in 3 minutes and 23 seconds, considering you have 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
But it's not looking good for them right now. Delayed handoff, and British Brooks with room to run, just putting the shoulder into guys and gets about a 14-yard run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, Anthony, am I in that league with you?
Yeah, you're in.
Did you set the draft?
Did I set the draft? Yeah, I set the draft tomorrow.
Huh. I'm in a league, the Nick and Anthony podcast league. Is that the league?
No, that was last year's league.
I don't think I'm in the – oh.
Yeah, you're in. I've got you as Team Ruby.
Maybe if you would swipe instead of just swiping back and forth, it was right there.
Oh, well, because I need to change my name for these teams because I'm in 2 leagues that
he had 4 different things to swipe to, and he just kept swiping back and forth between 2 of them.
I didn't know there were that many leagues.
That's why it had the 4 dots at the bottom.
Shut up.
We all have those moments, Reichley. We all have those moments.
I gotta change my name.
The one I'm in says there's like 23 teams, and I only see.
Yeah, it says that because of I don't know, but they're only 13 or 12 people. But I'm gonna kick one. If John wants to join, I'm just gonna kick one of the people that has 2 accounts.
But you're also going to remove all these just AI teams, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna set. Yeah, I'm removing all those.
Okay.
I'm gonna set it to 12. If John joins, I'll set it to no matter what. I'll just set it to 12 here. So John, just let me know on that in like the next like 5 minutes or so, and then I'll or before the stream ends, and then I can figure it out from there.
So a 2nd and 7 here, 2:35 to go, and it's going to be a run ahead for about 3 yards here for North Carolina. South Carolina starting to have to use those timeouts.
Wow. Dude, I'm 1 for 5 on my picks that I did for ESPN.
Actually,
I'm 1 and 5. I picked
Wow.
Purdue. I picked TCU. I picked North Texas. I meant to pick Cal. I don't know why I picked North Texas.
hey, that
I
one was
picked
looking good for a
I
while,
picked
though.
Army. I picked UTSA.
In my thing?
In this.
Yeah. Are you in my group, though?
I don't think so.
That I made? You have to join it. It's on my community page on YouTube.
Here, let me see. I'm gonna check my picks in. Lincoln, I'm in your league and I'm in my the Sorgy Stories one. I'm about to check
Okay,
what
yeah,
my picks on the day are. As Penn State saying either their fights on the alma mater.
I got Fresno State, missed TCU, got Cal, missed Army, missed UTSA, got Penn State. I do have Illinois and North Carolina and Tulane. Also have Rutgers. The spread picks, though, not looking so good. I'm 3 and 5 in the spread picks. I did get Colorado, missed Virginia.
Oh, wait. What was the score for the Colorado TCU game?
45-42.
I got it exactly right. I picked 87.
Wow.
I got it exactly right.
I always just type a random number in there. I think I just put 43.
Let's see. In the standard one today,
I just realized that. Dummy.
I swear I put a number in the 80s.
Look, because I scrolled down. I was like, oh, crap, I got it right, too. I only put 47.
Well,
I just put random
number
numbers.
Is like gone. It looks like you didn't get it.
Because you didn't get it.
Well, I mean, it looked not that. It looks like it doesn't exist.
So today I'm 3 and 3 on standard, and against the spread I'm 5 and 3.
Okay, so you're a little bit better.
You guys pick against the spread?
We just made spread picks. I'm 3 and 3 standard as well, and I'm 3 and 5 against the spread. So I didn't fare as well against the spread.
Yeah, so I took with the spread, I took Colorado to cover. I was wrong on Virginia covering, wrong on Texas covering, and then I got Auburn right and Washington right, and then I got Ohio State wrong and USC right, Penn State right. I
think I was similar. I think the two that I missed was Washington, and I'm not sure who the other one would have been.
I took North Carolina to cover at 1.5, so I'll get that one right here too.
Yeah, I know I took that one because I had them winning the game. As this game is pretty much over. South Carolina out of timeouts. They take back over in their own territory now, deep in their own, we're at their own 8-yard line. Rattler to throw. Going to run out wide, and he's got Luke Doty, but only like a 5-yard gain to throw made him fall down. So 2:15, the clock ticking. This game is
Emory
the clock's rolling
7
down now.
Touchdowns. Texas State beat Baylor. Wow.
42-31. I'm sure Scotty B will not be happy about that one.
I would have just
sit out. Well, by doing this, you get out of bounds too.
Yeah. He about didn't.
Texas State was 26.5-point underdogs.
Wow.
That is their first win over a Power 5 team since becoming an FBS school. Can you imagine putting like $10 down on Texas State to win? How much money you probably got in a payout? As Rattler going to run, he's got the first down up to about the 37.
You're probably looking at about $100+ bucks, 150, 160. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'll look at.
I would imagine the odds were a lot more.
I'll look at it.
Okay. Yes, remove manager. Okay, and then right now I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3,
Wow,
4, 5, 6.
Rattler,
7.
is that sack number 9? I believe it is. Man, this North Carolina defense definitely gets the MVP of this game.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they have stepped up. This defense has improved significantly from last year, and they're playing great tonight. 9 sacks is just insane. As Rattler going to throw it, dump it underneath, they get about 6 back on that one, 5 or 6 back.
Wow.
Bring up about 3rd and 15. He does get out of bounds, so there is a minute 14, and the clock is stopped.
It was plus 1550, so you would have won $155.
Yeah, I think it's more than that. 1550.
Well, if you put $100 down, you get $1,550 back.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, I'm checking the fantasy league now. I think we're down to 12 teams.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. So you win $155 if you'd have put $10 down on them.
That's still you. If you're gonna go in and you're gonna put $10 down, you might as well put 100 down.
Yeah. I mean, think about putting 20 down, you win 300 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty impressive there. As South Carolina turns the ball over on downs, they have no timeouts. And Mac Brown is the first FBS coach with 100 wins at 2 schools with North Carolina and Texas, as they knock off the South Carolina Gamecocks and improve to 1-0 on the season, just the QB kneel away from this game being over.
Yeah, you'd be right there. So we officially do have 12 teams now in the fantasy league. So I got rid of the person who had two accounts. I got rid of one of them.
Okay. All right. Well, that wraps up tonight's stream. I appreciate you stopping by, Anthony, and joining us today. We've had a lot of streams, so I appreciate that.
No problem.
Man, what a great game for us to stream tonight, as North Carolina knocks off the South Carolina Gamecocks 31-17. I appreciate it, Anthony, and we hope to see you back on here with us some more. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him over at Sorgy Stories. But we appreciate all of our viewers tonight. We hope all of y'all enjoyed the stream. We hope to see you on some more of our streams, as we're going to be streaming these games all season long. So we appreciate all of our viewers, and we'll see you guys next time.